Hey now, hey now. Welcome everybody. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Planet Dirty Live. It has been a while. I don't know if Brandon's coming, guys. I got to be honest. I haven't heard from him all day. I'm going to be really bummed out for you guys cuz I know that he's the star of the show, obviously. And I'm going to be really upset for you guys if he doesn't show up. But oh, wait a minute. I think he's here. Let's see. I think he's here.
The best part of eating corn on the cob is when like shit sprays out of it and you hit somebody in the eye with the water. I was not prepared for that clip.
Oh, dude, I've got a lot of shit prepared tonight.
Oh, no.
Big money, Brandon. Dirty money, dude.
What is going on? Happy Friday.
You too, dude. Good thing you're here. What's his face? Wonder This World 97 says no dirty butter, man. Dirty, dude. You have gone from dirty money to dirty butter man.
With all these nicknames, everyone that I accumulate like 3 pounds of fat. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, all this stuff's organic though, and it works so well.
Yeah.
I was just trying to be silly when I named that one stream Friday Night Live with the CHH and the Butterman, and dude, I really don't think people are paying attention to any of that stuff. But sure enough, that you get people calling you the Butterman. It's like it just catches on, dude.
I might have to
don't know.
change the channel name eventually to just Butter. It's just a stick of butter. Speaking of which, when I saw Scream 6 last week at the theater last Friday, those hot buttermilk duds tasted fantastic. It was perfect.
Yeah, I saw you. You went for it, dude. Like I've got to try it. You've convinced me because I imagine putting that popcorn butter on anything, it will make it at least 15% better.
Yeah, it even before I even got into the damn theater from the concession stand, it was already dripping out of the bottom of the box. So it was hardcore. But
was your old lady with you, or did you go solo to see Scream 6?
I was solo. I went right after work for a matinee showing. And the theater I usually go to didn't have a showing at the correct time, so I had to go to a place called Cinema World, which is usually a big theater.
Mm-hmm.
But there was nobody in the fucking theater but me, so it was awesome. Primo seats, nobody in the theater. It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
And how did you feel about the movie? I know we kind of talked about it, but we're here now. You're in front of the audience. Can we give a little bit of context real quick? You didn't I remember when there was the big leak, of course, with the ending. You sought it out like the Goonies kids looking for the pirate ship.
Yes. Yeah, I had to know. I had to know a couple things, and I'm not going to say it here because, still spoilers. I'm sure there's a lot of people who still haven't seen the film. But I had to know who the killers were, who died. And, so I blew the whole plot up for me, which is fine. So, but it totally demotivated me to see the film. You know what I mean? So I broke down and decided to finally go see it. And when I did see it last Friday, I was sitting in the theater the whole time because it's a 2-hour movie, right? It's a pretty long movie, like all the Scream movies are. And I enjoyed every single minute of that movie somehow. I don't know how. I think it's better than Scream 5. Not that I think Scream 5 is a great film. I think it's the weakest of the series now. But all the Scream movies are good. There's just weaker ones and stronger ones. You know what I mean?
Dude, 5 didn't age well for me either. I rewatched it a couple days ago.
Right.
And I just think 6 is more action-packed and entertaining than 5.
It's fun. The pace, I can't believe I'm saying this after all the shit I talked about Scream 6 coming out. But Scream 6, it moves at such a fast pace. The acting is so good. Kirby didn't bother me at all. I thought Gail was more organic in this film than she was in Scream 5, like as far as her presence and her contributions to the story. And it was just fantastic. And I still miss Sidney Prescott. I hope the movies going forward bring her back. But this movie was absolutely fun. You know what I mean? Even up to the killer's reveal, I was just like, this is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming maybe it's because I already spoiled it for myself. So I was kind of already braced for impact as far as not needing the film to meet my expectations, but just going in there with a clear head saying, look, I know it happens. Let me just see if I can enjoy this. Maybe that helped. I don't know. But it was a blast, man. It was absolutely a blast. And
that
me too.
I
I rewatched Scream 5 as well last week before seeing Scream 6. And you're right, because the third act of that film, it drags. I was bored watching that film again. Scream 5.
I'm also just burnt out on Scream and I'm done now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to talk. Not that I'm not saying I don't want to talk about it or I want to talk about it, but I don't want to do no more long form podcasts on it for a while. We did some for Unita. We did.
Mm-hmm.
What did we do? We did 4 and then we did 3, which I told you I ended up really liking 3.
Scream 3 is great.
Dude, it's got Roger Corman in it. I still can't get over the fact that Roger Corman's in it.
Yeah, that movie's nuts. I appreciate that movie. I've always liked it. It used to be my weakest of the series. It's not now, but I appreciate the movie more and more every single year that passes by. Scream 3 is awesome. It's fantastic.
Can you give a yay or nay to this?
I think the butter and milk duds enhanced the experience. I think so. But you know what's weird? I got a few gold crowns in my mouth. And as I was sitting in the theater chewing on those milk duds, that afternoon, my top left gold crown started getting sore. And now when I chew down on it, it still hurts. And I think it's from those fucking milk duds.
But
I think
while
maybe I'm
you
just too old and folded to do that shit anymore.
but while you were eating the milk dugs, I think this is what you were saying.
It's fucking fantastic.
I told you, Brandon, I've got ammunition tonight.
Do you
I've
have
got
people in the chat building you up to these clips? Because that was a perfect leeway into that clip. That was perfect.
No. I mean, look, I would never just straight up ask for money, but I have special clips for donations or if we get any super chats tonight. If we don't, by the end of the show, I'll play them. But dude, I went to town. I was like, because whenever I see people, they'll get like a super chat or something. They'll play a video or something funny. I was like, if this ever happens, like I've got the funniest shit. So I just went to town on watching back our streams and finding moments that I just thought were clip worthy. So like I have a magazine of just ammunition ready to go.
Great. Fantastic.
What's up, Retro Ryan? The people love the clips, dude. Sup chat, much love, Christian and Dirty Money. Dude, nobody calls you Brandon. Like your name doesn't exist.
It's stuck, man. I shouldn't even call myself Tabata Vision in here. We have You Need the Candles and Dirty Money. That's what it should say.
.com.
Exactly.
Oh shit. Okay. Mel just gave us a $5 super chat. Are y'all ready to see one? I have 2 super chat clips. Here's the first one.
No.
Listen to me. The next time you have to theater, buy a box of milk duds or sneak them in, then go to the hot butter and drizzle it all into the box of milk duds. It is the best thing you'll ever have in your life.
Dude, you inspired that because of those goddamn like horror stories, and that's the kind of voice I searched high and low to figure out how to do that goddamn voice.
That was amazing.
Dude, that shit's terrifying.
That was like Jigsaw.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you very much, Mel. I hope that was worth it.
Yes, thank you, Mel. That was fantastic. That's 1 out of 2. There's 1 more left. Somebody else needs to do it. Let's get it out of his system now. He just became insane.
Thank you, Matthew Horace says, hey guys, just wanted to say hello, have a good night. Nightmare Film says, did you see that Dolls 1987 is getting another Blu-ray release? I did see that. Did you see that?
No. Is it going to be 4K?
No, it's not. My speculation is maybe the elements don't exist because you know how all those old Empire movies are, dude. Like the masters for all those, dude, they're probably either lost or extremely difficult to find. But it is a better upscale. I think it's a 2K scan Blu-ray that Arrow's putting out. So, I mean, that's something I'll probably grab because I fucking love Dolls. I think that's one of Stuart Gordon's best movies. I think you agree with that.
I think it's probably my favorite one, if we're being honest. I had the Scream Factory release, and it looked good, obviously, but it wasn't a transfer that ever rocked my socks like other transfers. You know what I mean? So hopefully this does look better.
Yeah. I hope so too, because that's a good movie. I think we talked about this last time, but that movie was literally done to fill a gap at the Empire Studios, and Charlie was like, hey, let's do another movie, and he made the post. Can you imagine, like, the fact that he made all those movies? I talk way too much about Charlie, so I don't want to do this again, but the fact that in the 80s, all he did was make movie posters with a title, and then he had to write the scripts and everything. It's like totally ass backwards, but that's how he did it. Is that Maximum Overdrive release just a steelbook or is it 4K? From what I understand, Justin, it is a Blu-ray re-release of the Vestron Blu-ray, but they're dabbling into steelbooks because there's a market obviously for steelbooks, considering they pretty much fund Best Buy's rent month to month in all their damn stores now. So.
I pour tubs of melted butter on my candy now, doesn't everyone? We're all going to have heart disease, man. Everybody in this chat. This is fucking fantastic.
I'm going to behave because otherwise I'm just going to be playing those all night.
Play them. It's amazing.
Brandon, I was going through my DVD section the other night and I pulled some out, some really shitty movies. What do you know about some good old Uwe Boll's House of the Dead?
I think I rented that from Blockbuster a long time ago, and I never finished it because I was so bored with it.
I think that's everybody's notion.
Yeah.
Dude, this is an artisan DVD though. Those are
You know what's weird about that fucking movie is I remember the trailers, and correct me if I'm wrong. The trailer ended with a dude next to a chick's face and like a really long tongue comes out. That's the only thing I remember about that movie is from that trailer. But I remember renting the movie and being totally bored.
and I remember it creeped me out as a kid. Oh shit, Brandon.
The Butterman has transcended. Yes.
We got a $5 super chat from Saturn Video. $5.
Of course it's Saturn Video.
All right, Brandon, are you ready to see the other devil clip?
No, but let's do it anyway.
Thank you, Saturn Video. You're the reason the devil has come to give us some more nutrition facts and information.
Make it with just the kernels, add your salt in there after it's finished, and instead of shaking it up with that popcorn butter oil stuff you're talking about, use some grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil and salt, it'll change your life. I swear to Christ.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
That's basically serial killer footage.
Dude, when that pyramid on your eyes, I swear to Christ. I played it for my wife. I said, Sydney, do you find this funny? And Sydney has the most bizarre sense of humor. She finally laughed. She says, "Oh, that's fucking hysterical. I have no idea what it means or what he's saying, but it's hysterical." One more time.
Make it with just the kernels, add your salt in there after it's finished, and instead of shaking it up with that popcorn butter oil stuff you're talking about, use some grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil and salt, it'll change your life. I swear to Christ.
You guys gotta tell me when I get that intense on camera. I gotta stop that shit. I leaned forward and everything.
Oh my God. Thank you very much. Who was that? Who gave me that?
Saturn Video.
Thank you, Saturn Video. God bless, man. The Butterman is transcended. Does that mean you're going to be in a cave soon and some kid's going to push you over?
Yes. That fucking movie. Don't even get me started on that fucking movie. I can totally say both. Dude, so I was at Best Buy today on lunch break. And
tell me about it.
I saw that what is it called? The Bloody Christmas one with the robot Santa.
Christmas
that just came
Christmas.
out. Yeah, they had one Blu-ray left for $13, and I was like, sweet, I'm gonna grab it. And it was loose inside the case, so I didn't buy it. I was pissed. There's some kind of weird pandemic at my Best Buy that there's so many movies there that are loose inside their slip cases and stuff, and I don't understand why. If they're just dropping shit at that store or what.
Dude, there was a guy on TikTok that actually went to a store and it goes, do you ever go to buy a movie and then when you get it, the disc is loose in the case? He goes, this is how you fix it. Dude, this was crazy. He goes, take the slip cover off, take the case. I want you to shake it 5 times up and down, find the disc, push down, and then to the left, boop, and then the disc snapped right in without him pulling it open or anything. I have to send you that TikTok. Yeah. Maybe it'll change your mind.
I'm always worried about them being scratched up. You know what I mean? But I guess Blu-rays don't really scratch easy, but still, it's like a DVD thing. If I hear a loose disc, I'm like, no good.
It turns it off.
Yeah. But I got this, which you saw earlier, which I'm stoked to finally have.
Dude.
The new 4K. This is the one that everybody has, right? That you got too?
Yeah.
This version. They had
did you see the Steelbook there?
I did. It was like $4 or $5 more, but I'm not a fan of Steelbooks, and there was nothing extra on that one. So I'm like, let's get this version.
Well, I think there's a post. Excuse me. There's a poster that comes with the Steelbook version.
Oh, really?
If I see it tomorrow, I'm not trying to spend much money because the tax man basically said, Christian, even though you paid a bunch of taxes this year, it's not enough. Yeah. Which I'm pissed about. But if I see that Steelbook tomorrow, I might snag it just to get it. But dude, I reviewed that. It's a great release. It's the best the film can possibly look. I swear to God.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited for that documentary too. You said that was good too, right?
Dude, it's really good. It's really good. It's really good.
Is it just fans talking about it, or is it the cast and crew, like what's left of it?
What's left of it, and some like historian type people, if memory serves.
Yeah.
Because I watched, dude. Because I went on it's a little blurry, to be honest with you, because I watched the new one, and then I watched Family Portrait, the old one, and then I watched there's another Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
The Shocking
documentary.
Truth.
Shocking. I binged all three of them, so they all kind of run together in my head. But that release is great. It doesn't top the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 Vinegar Syndrome release. That's probably one of the best releases I've ever seen, dude.
I still haven't watched that. It's on my shelf, but I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, the second disc in it is nothing but new special features. New
That's
interview
awesome.
with Bill Johnson, like all of that. It's one of the best. That Texas Chainsaw 2 release, dude, is really, I think, one of the best releases ever, pound for pound. They did everything right. Commissioned art. Most people are happy with it. I'm very hit and miss with Vinegar Syndrome artwork, dude. Sometimes it just looks like throw up to me, their artwork. It really does. And other times it's fucking incredible. Like that goddamn Hobgoblins. I know it's a joke with me, but that slipcover that they did, dude, was like a Picasso.
Yeah. I almost picked it up for that reason. But you know what's weird about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, as far as home video is concerned, at least in my opinion, is obviously you're saying the Vinegar Syndrome version kicks ass. I haven't dove into it yet, but I'll take your word for it. But the Scream Factory Blu-ray I thought was awesome because it had all those new special features and it carried a bunch of other ones over, right? I thought it was awesome. There was also that special edition DVD with the white cover that came out, I think in like 2006, that had all kinds of awesome special features on it. So I feel like there's never really been a bad release of TCM2.
You're probably
from DVD
right.
onward. Like every release has had really good shit on it. It's insane.
You're probably right.
That's what's also weird is I think The Shocking Truth from the original film and the other one from part 2, the It Runs in the Family, those documentaries, I think I watch them both at least once a year. They're fantastic.
Oh, dude. So you're like me. You love a good rewatchable, cozy documentary.
Yeah, that's why I even like 25 Years of Terror, the Halloween one. I watch that shit at least once every other year. Like that's such an enjoyable pseudo documentary because they throw in a bunch of stuff from the convention, but I love that kind of stuff. If it's good.
Hey CHH, how expensive are we talking to upgrade everything I have to 4K TV and player?
Oof.
It depends on the route you go. Obviously, you want to get a 4K TV. I would say for starters, there's nothing wrong with just getting an LCD 4K. Honestly, I have a QLED now. I'm so spoiled in my house now. I've got the plasma. I've got Night of the Creeps on, by the way, behind me just for background.
Nice.
And but I think honestly, dude, a 43-inch, because I kind of know what your setup's like, dude. If you got yourself just a nice 43-inch, 47-inch 4K TV, I wouldn't go any smaller than that, honestly, for 4K. Get a bare bones player. You don't have to get one that has Wi-Fi and apps and all that. TV would cost you about $250. Player costs you about $160. You're looking at $350 total. Then if you're a gamer, you could, some of the players. Brandon, isn't your 4K player actually your Xbox?
Yeah, it's just my Xbox One. I think that's like the most
convenient model. There's a certain model you have to have for that, though, right?
Yeah, I got mine in 2017. It's the white version. I think it's like the S1 or something like that. I'm not sure. It's a pretty big box, but it's white. It's kind of strange looking, but it's like a white rectangle.
What's up, Phil? Good to see you, brother. I think Dave asked a question about one of the. Oh, let's talk about the Vinegar Syndrome bullshit last night, dude.
Yeah, that was really disappointing.
I know. I feel bad for bugging you last night before you went to bed.
I didn't even know it was happening, and when you texted me that, I got so stoked. I was like, "Oh man, I hope it's something crazy." And then it was just like, "Really? Like that's the reveal?"
The Boogeyman slasher. That's that early '80s. I think was that a British? I've seen the Boogeyman. I think that's a British movie. I can't remember.
I haven't seen it.
It's an early '80s slasher. I have a 88 Films Blu-ray of it. I think I can grab it. And it says Bogey Man because that's how they spell it over there with 1 O.
Right. I always thought that was a creepier spelling than Boogeyman. Anyway, Ken's like, "How about that Showgirls 4K?" Ken, did you buy it? Did you pick it up?
Ken, dude, if you're around, come join us. I haven't had you on the channel in a while. This is it. The Boogeyman, but I think the reverse art Brandon has what you're. Oh, look at the disc.
Yep. Yeah, that's gnarly. Who's in that movie?
Nobody's from my it's. I don't think there's any big names.
Hmm.
This is the other artwork. Honestly, I kind of missed that artwork, so I'm glad I swapped it.
Yeah, for a second I thought that almost looked like Christopher Lee, but totally not that guy.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I like. Look, dude, I'm not gonna say obviously who I can't divulge live who I get my information from on this stuff, and believe me, I can't stand the I heard blah blah blah, and it's like shit you see on Twitter from like weird accounts that just say stuff you have no idea who they are. But I've got and people that know me, they know who I look up to in the horror world and who I talk to, so they can put 2 and 2 together. And who I talk to in that realm, I was told, dude, Killer Clowns was the title that they were doing last
That would have
night.
been crazy.
And
That
it
would
was
have been
going to
really
be
cool.
It was going to be 4K Killer Clowns. I also heard there was going to be the Garbage Pail Kids.
That would have been pretty nuts too. They should do Garbage Pail Kids and Freaked at the same time. That would be fucking awesome.
Freaked is a title that needs to be re-released.
Mhm.
Like, what do you call? I love that movie. What genre is that?
I don't know, but I remember it being on TV all the time when I was a kid.
Isn't that a weird ass movie?
It's a very strange movie. I as a kid, I thought it was called Freaked, not Freaked. So,
yeah.
But about Vinegar Syndrome, like they're doing God's work because they have so many cool titles. I'm still kind of new with the company, but they have so much cool shit on there. It's still kind of cool that they re-released Showgirls. Like that's such a random weird title. I don't care about it. I don't think a lot of us do, but at least they're pumping out, like they have the balls to pump out weird shit like that. So I'm assuming down the road we'll get some really strange stuff.
Yeah.
Series Z. Maybe that's what I got, Ben.
You probably do.
2017.
Joe Jack. I like you, Chevy Chase. I like your Chevy Chase picture, Joe Jack. Boogeyman was not a bad slasher. I think it's fine, but I'll be honest with you, Joe Jack, it's not a movie that I'm ever gonna watch a whole lot. I'm just not. So I'm not really inclined to want to grab it. You know, and if I do, I can watch my 88 Films movie and I can be good for a while and not need to watch it for 3 years. Blade in the Dark, I don't recall seeing. That was the other title. You know, I don't know, dude. I think Vinegar needs. Oh, there was also some speculation that Seed of Chucky was going to be the big Vinegar Syndrome title yesterday.
Seed of Chucky?
Seed of Chucky. But
oh, God.
The thing is, that got announced on 4K from like the Disc Father, and I believe Dawn of the Discs might have. I don't know much about the Disc Father. They're like one of those, you know, for in wrestling terms, the dirt sheet where they kind of spill stuff before there was talk about I'm pretty sure Dawn of the Discs said it too, but basically Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky supposed to be getting 4Ks. My money says that not Vinegar Syndrome, Scream Factory is going to get both of those.
Bride of Chucky I'd be into because I really like that movie, but Seed of Chucky I haven't warmed up to it at all. To buy another format.
One of the viewers of the show, Alexis, she loves that movie, and I respect it because I certainly love movies like Freddy's Dead that are hated. You know, I get it, but she makes me want to go back and revisit that film. I can see the appeal as I've gone back and witnessed the film a little bit more, but I don't know. Maybe there is something I'm still missing with it. I don't know. Time changes your perception on stuff sometimes.
It does.
But somebody said, I think Phil actually called me out. He says that it could still be the mystery titles. Yeah, but based on what Vinegar Syndrome said in their description last night, I think they're going to be I told Garrett and Justin and Ken this. I think they're going to be movies that are $10,000 each budget wise, crap we've never heard of.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think they're going to be in the mystery titles. That I would love a release of Deadly Spawn, Fight the Good Fight. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Here's another one, Brandon.
So it's not good. It's really gross. That was nasty. That shit was nasty. I thought that was going to be amazing too. No, it is not Michelob, but this is the Blanc stuff I was telling everybody about. I found it in can. And it's fantastic. So
I
it
stopped
does look like a Michelob, doesn't it? It does.
I stopped watching Child's Play at 3. I can't stand anything past that. Dude, I really think the first movie is the best movie. I really do.
It is.
And maybe it's because I'm more inclined to Tom Holland now. Like I really love Tom. But 2 has the best ending. Can we agree there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that toy factory, that whole third act is just fantastic. I think Burn Chucky walking down the hallway in part 1 is creepier, but part 2 has the best third act. But I don't know, man. I really like the third act of Child's Play 3 too. That whole fucking funhouse horror ride thing, and he gets chopped up in the fan. That's really good too. I feel like that's underrated as well.
Yeah. I like Child's Play 3. I'm starting to kind of seesaw with it a little bit.
It's fantastic.
I always enjoy it, but sometimes I'll say to myself, it's really fun, Christian, but don't kid around. Mm-hmm. It's clearly a movie that was made extremely fast. It's not as good as 1 or 2. And then other days I say to myself, but you know what? God damn it. That movie has no right being as good as it is for being a 9-month turnaround film.
Yeah, it's sort of a really mean movie too compared to part 1 and 2.
Well, my favorite kill isn't a kill. My favorite kill is when Chucky comes behind the desk and the drill sergeant has a heart attack. That's hysterical.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. I love that shit too.
That's just hysterical to me.
Yeah, Child's Play 1, 2, 3, and even 4. I think all 4 of them are amazing in their own right. Like there's a lot to love about Bride of Chucky too.
That one took me a while to come. That's why I say even though I'm not really a big Seed of Chucky person, I'm getting to where I could see myself eventually one day being like, you know what, maybe I want to, maybe I'll understand it or I'll get it, the appeal of it. You know, nostalgia is one thing, but I really, it's almost like a non-movie to me. Like I just have trouble understanding it. But you know what, dude? Maybe I don't know. I'll tell you what, I kind of like it over that goddamn Cult of Chucky now. I really don't like that movie. To me, that just ruined everything.
Cult is kind of a stinker. And the fact that the TV show is a sequel to that, I have no interest in that either. You know what I mean? Cult was too far. Like Curse was pretty good.
Curse was a great like reset movie, right?
Yeah.
If you want to call it whatever you want to call it, I call it a reset movie.
It was pretty much a reset.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I watched The Slayer 1982 today. What do you think about it if you've seen it, CR? I'm in the minority. Have you seen The Slayer, Brandon?
I don't think so.
Early 80s slasher film. CR, I've actually got a poster of The Slayer because I really like the poster. It's like this fire. If you've got the Blu-ray of it, CR from Arrow, flip your art, and it's like this flames with the silhouette of like this monster slasher killer. I really like The Slayer, but it's not a fan favorite. It's kind of a slow burn. But again, I don't like that term. Movie's either interesting or it's not. And I think it's really moody and good. But there are a lot of people that don't dig it, CR. But I like it. I think it's a cozy little slasher film. I really do. Again, I'm not watching the Child's Play show, and
no, never.
I'm just not interested.
No.
I think I saw Akeem Patterson here. What's up, brother? Akeem has a surprise every time I just notice him. Like one of his grandmas was one of the Pointer Sisters.
Wow, that's trippy.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
It wasn't June though. I asked him if it was June. I mean no disrespect. I hate that I'm saying this, Hakeem. That's the only one's name I remember. So rest in peace to your grandma. I'm sorry she's not here. She's obviously a legend as part of the Pointer Sisters. But I asked her about, because the reason I know June Pointer by name is because she did a song, "Little Boy Sweet" for Vacation. Remember when Christy Brinkley pulls up in Vacation? You hear that little boy sweet, little boy sweet.
Yeah, he's eating the sandwich and
Sweet
stuff,
little
right?
boy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
June. That's June Pointer.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, why is that not a Pointer Sisters track? If that would have been a Pointer Sisters track, that'd have been a massive hit back then. And that movie, it's impossible to find. You can't find it on iTunes, Spotify. You have to have it on vinyl. You have to have the movie soundtrack to own it.
Really?
It's just crazy. It's crazy that there's still a lot of songs out there like that, where you have to have a vinyl of it or like a cassette of it, because it's like gone. It's like, because you've remastered a lot of those songs for your channel. They're lost in legal limbo. So unless you own a movie soundtrack, it's impossible to get.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Speaking of crazy, I'll show this guy off right now.
Oh, hold on, let me solo you.
Dude, look at that motherfucker.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with your stories and your stuff. What have you been up to with masks? It looks like you've been busy.
I've been trying to just kind of showcase my collection. Why is this? Oh, there we go. This camera's awesome. So I've just been making a bunch of shorts and stuff, just trying to, keep the channel upright.
Have you been burnt out on making vids, or are you just...
It's been such a snowball of just no time lately. So it's kind of had to take another back seat, which I don't like, but I was hoping those videos would help kind of keep it afloat. But I have a bunch of stuff scheduled for the week after next now again. So there's going to be another big hit of content coming soon.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah, this is a Delatora. I think I'm saying that name right. Delatora Gen 4 blank that Sean Stanback of Grizzly Effects finished. And it's basically the white satin mask. It's that mask that I've been after for years. It's like one of the most, in my opinion, screen accurate H2 masks out there. I'm like, that's on point with that nightmare sequence from H2. It's fantastic.
Dude.
It's so sick.
So
I got to fix the hair and stuff, but it's fantastic.
Are you beefing up your mask collection again?
Here and there, not really. Like, this is the first thing I've purchased in quite a few months. But
where's that Hagatha? Do you have that?
I don't have it in here. It's in the bedroom. You want me to grab it?
If you don't mind, or if you want to send for it, I'll
get it real quick.
I'll play a couple clips.
The best part of eating corn on the cob is when like shit sprays out of it and you hit somebody in the eye with the water.
All right, let me take him up solo. All right, guys. Old CHH is here. Don't worry. I'll take your questions. How are you doing, Vicente Hernandez? I should receive the Friday the 13th 8-film collection steelbook and House by the Cemetery by Blue and Regret tomorrow. Dude, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it to death. Akeem has a killer horror room too. That son of a bitch. I love the RZ Myers mask, but hate the movies. I understand that. They were good-looking masks.
On that note,
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were back. I didn't hear you.
You're good.
I like this layout right here, where you don't have to go totally solo, and I can flip you, and I can still be in here.
Yeah,
dude, I love that. Is a gorgeous color tone on that.
Appreciate it.
So you painted it?
Yeah. So this was the Tots H3 Witch that I bought, and I have photos somewhere. I'll make a slideshow for the channel and explain how I did it. Just a simple repaint.
Do you still have the hood?
I have the original hood in a closet, but I made a new black hood from scratch to go with it. So this is what the inside looks like. Here's my name and signature from 2021. I put black mesh on the eyes, and I have Velcro on the top, so the new hood I made kind of sticks to it.
Oh, you're gonna sell it then, right? It's like
I was going to, but nobody ever bought. They never they never wanted to buy it. So it's been hanging out. It looks really good. Maybe I'll hang it here. You know,
I mean,
something
hey,
like that.
maybe somebody here
But
might be interested.
yeah, maybe. Here's the hood.
Where can they contact you about it if you yeah, can you put the hood on? Let's see it. Let's see it
Let me find the.
cuz dude, I love that natural.
Yeah, isn't that
I say
awesome?
natural. It's like a old witch.
So when I was a kid, and I'm sure you probably saw it too.
28
I
days
remember
later.
seeing versions of the H3 mask online, maybe even like at flea markets and stuff that were flesh colored. And I was always curious about it. So I was looking it up a couple years ago. And apparently there was a variant of the H3 witch, the Hagatha, that was flesh colored, but it wasn't made by Don Post. Whoever did the original H3 witch, I think it was Don Post.
Yeah,
It was
Don Post.
the flesh colored version, which looked like this, was made by a different company. So that was the inspiration for this version.
Dude,
I think I like it better than the green. You know what I mean?
Dude, it looks so good. I mean, it's great. I mean, it looks really good.
Appreciate it. Let me snap these Velcro pieces.
Yeah, that's killer, dude.
There we go. So once you wear the hood, I mean, the hood's long. So when you wear this thing, it drapes over the shoulders like a shawl. So it goes about right here. So
Right.
it's a sweet mask to put on. This thing used to freak Isabella out in 2021 because she was still pretty little at the time. And,
Dude, that's killer.
Yeah, appreciate it. I replaced the silver shamrock coin with my own coin of Night Witch Productions. Right there.
Oh, dude, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so Night. Wait, well, let me see it. Bring that really close to the camera. Let me see that. It's got like a logo on it.
Yeah, it's the Night Witch coin. Ah, there we go.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm all out of whack with this camera. There we go.
Yeah, that's killer.
So yeah, facebook.com/nightwitchofficial. There's my plug, and I'll stop now.
All right.
Anyways,
let's see what the chat's saying. Oh, really quick. Let me just kind of.
The best part of eating corn on the cob is when like shit sprays out of it and you hit somebody in the eye with the water.
Akeem's got the masks from Goosebumps, the haunted mask from part 1 and 2. Dude, do you remember the pandemonium of the first Goosebumps, the haunted mask, when it came out on VHS?
About all the pissed off parents and stuff.
Dude, I think every kid in America had that chunky box VHS of that movie at one point in their childhood. If you were
I still have it somewhere. It's got to be around somewhere.
It scared the shit out of me as a kid, dude. When because those masks in the movie, dude, those look like, creepy, like boutique overhead pole masks.
Yeah. Some of them even look like Hellraiser-ish. You know what I mean? Like the one with the wide teeth and stuff. I was like, yeah, some of them are really freaky looking. But I like the Haunted Mask Part 2 probably just as much. I think that was a fantastic sequel to the first one.
That was the one. So it was the boy, right?
Yeah, with the old man mask. And I almost prefer that mask too over the Carly Beth mask.
Carly Beth. How did she break the spell in Goosebumps? There was like a Carly Beth clay.
Yeah, her mom had a plaster head.
That's creepier than the mask.
Yeah, I remember it talks and shit in that movie with really bad video digital effects, and it just looks atrocious. But there was a really creepy undertone to that series, but in particular those two episodes. I think they were both two-parters. Haunted Mask Part 1.
I feel like Haunted Mask 2 came out like a couple years later though. Maybe it's just that's when I saw it.
It might have been. I thought it was pretty quick, but it might have been a year or two. I'm not really sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I loved Part 2. I thought Part 2 was awesome as well. They replaced the kid who plays the kid in Part 2 from the first episode, but yeah, talk about a fucking nostalgic flashback, huh? Yeah.
Like, look at that. Are you guys seeing that? Like, that's the masks from the movie.
Yeah, the third one from the back used to freak me out. The one that's looking at the camera with the teeth. Yeah, that one is freaky as shit.
I wonder if I can zoom in on my screen. Damn it. I don't know.
Do you see that crumpled green mask to the left? It's the third from the left, right there with the book under it. I have that mask still from the
Okay.
90s.
Oh, so
Got it.
this was a mass-produced thing?
Yeah,
the
that
movie
one
came
is
out?
from the 90s. I think I got it from Spencer Gifts in like 1995 or 96. And I still have it in the garage. I need to dust it off and try to reform it because it's all ripped up and melted and stuff over the years. But that was the first and only mass-produced version before Tots picked it up. And then the one to the left of that is the Tots version, obviously. The one to the right is the Part 2 Tots version, which those are both good masks, but they're better if you rehaul them because the paint jobs are, obviously mass-produced paint jobs. But the sculpts are great. The sculpts
Dude,
are fantastic.
I agree with Saturn Video on this. Like, let me pull this back up.
They are freakier, for sure.
Oh, dude. Is this Trick or Treat?
Yeah. The Slappy mask is killer, too. I need to pick that up.
I've got a Slappy doll. It's not as cool as that one.
Do you have the one that looks like the book version or the one that looks like the show version with the orange hair?
The book.
Yeah, the book version is so much freakier.
Yeah, and his eyes glow in the dark.
That's awesome.
Man. But yeah, they going back to Halloween, Scream Factory they got the license for Rob's movies.
Really?
Yeah, so Rob's Halloween 1 and 2, I can pull that up and you can look at it. I'm sending Ken the link real quick. Hold on.
4K or no?
No, Trick or Treat Studios, the mask company.
Oh, right. Yeah, for sure. That's right.
They got the license for his masks, and they're doing 2 versions for each movie. Like they're doing let me just pull it up. Let's go to their website. Hold on. Everybody cool with that?
Let's do it.
Let's do a little shopping, everybody. Let's look at these masks that are coming out this year. I don't know. Maybe Brandon will get one and rehaul it.
Yeah, you know what? Tots is notorious for having really, really, really good sculpts. Like, we're really lucky to have a company that sells $60 masks with sculpts that good because we didn't have that in the 90s. Like, we had expensive masks with mediocre sculpts.
Right.
But with a simple repaint of a lot of these masks, and I'm not the best at repainting masks, but there's some really talented artists out there who can do it. If you buy one of these $60 masks and you spend like another $60 to $100 on a good repaint, and that stuff will look movie quality accurate. You know what I mean? Like, especially like the Halloween Kills masks. With the right artist rehauling those things, they look exactly like the movie. It's insane. That Toxic Crusader mask is on my list too.
Isn't that crazy?
I can't believe that show is getting like notoriety again.
Dude, it's coming out on 4K. Toxic Avenger, not the Crusader. Toxic Avenger is getting a 4K, which I'm super excited about. But the cartoon was fucking awesome.
It was bizarre. I remember watching that shit, and now that I think about it, it's so weird that that was a thing based on a movie like that.
What the fuck? Maybe I have to go to like Coming Soon.
Yeah, there should be. Maybe even. Are you in Shop by License or?
Here it is, Halloween franchise. Yeah. Bear with me, guys.
Hopefully those rights didn't fall through.
There's no way.
It's possible.
Okay, there's 5 pages of shit.
Yeah, they might be on the last page. You might have to go to the Coming Soon. So who did they go to get the rights? It wasn't to Rob himself, obviously. Did they go to?
Dude, honestly, I think it's basically okay. So the Weinstein Company, they left in 2005. They left Miramax. Miramax was owned by Disney, so the Weinsteins basically ran their company, but they were under Disney. They divorced themselves from Disney in the mid 2000s. Then they produced the Rob Zombie films with an agreement from Disney to still have them under the Dimension label, but they are not owned by Disney. They're the Weinstein Company. So with all the crazy shit they've got going on, you'd think they'd be selling the license off to stuff just to recoup because they're not producing shit no more. Nobody's doing any movies for them. Yeah. So you'd think they'd be trying to license stuff off left and right, but it's like it's almost like it's all lost in limbo. It's crazy. Okay, this is somebody in the chat. Help me out.
There should be a coming soon. If you go to the home page, there should be a coming soon tab at the top. So click that pumpkin on the top left. That should take you back to the home page, I think.
Okay, let's see. This is the home page.
Just you click that pumpkin right here. Or you can't see where my finger's pointing. Yeah, does that click that? So there should be a coming soon. If you scroll down, there should be a coming soon tab.
Bestsellers.
Somewhere down here. 2023 product catalog. It should be in there.
Damn it, Brandon. You're a regular Goonie.
Their catalogs are weird sometimes, though. Like sometimes they don't have everything in them.
Yeah, I just want you to see these because
I think I saw photos of them before, and the photos looked great. But we know that when they come out, they're not going to be that good. You know, because we're seeing the.
Oh, wait, check this out. There's actually there's more Halloween stuff coming.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Strode Realty sign.
These are already available. All this stuff.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
I want that Strode Realty sign.
Okay, so we're going through the franchise. Hey, I've got the.
Dude, what is that?
What
is that? Like a PVC pumpkin right there? Is that a hard pumpkin?
Light up Jolly Jack-o'-lantern.
That's pretty sweet.
Dude, I need the Brute. Don't you love the Brute?
Yeah. That German company, up until recently, they still made the Brute mass produced. You could still buy it directly from the company. I feel like this version is going to look strange, but I think that German company might have finally folded. What the fuck was it called? Somebody in the chat helped me out. The German company that made the Brute mask, and they also made the Sean Cran clown mask. I have one of them. What the fuck was that called? The West Germany mask company. They might have already folded.
Damn.
But they made the Brute mask, and you could still buy it, you know, overseas. A vinyl mask. This is probably going to be latex, so it won't be as good quality, but I'm rambling. Excuse me.
Anything of interest from this Halloween 2018 category? Who would want the Dead Eye latex appliance? Like, who the fuck's buying that? You see that right there?
Yeah, you can buy. I wonder if that one works like an eye patch, because a lot of indie artists are making that eye patch for wearing under the mask, but it's an eye patch, so it has a lace that goes around your head, and you just wear it underneath. That one might be like a prosthetic.
I don't like the Kills mask, man.
I love it, but I would never buy a jumpsuit from these guys because it's so wonky.
Thoughts?
I want to punch somebody in the head every time I think about Halloween Ends.
Here we go. Here we go. Look at this, Brandon. So, all right, so let's break this down, dude. You can get. Let me get Ben's comment out the way. You can get the early.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can zoom in. Can I zoom in? Yeah. Okay. Does that make it better or worse? Oh, I can zoom in, but I've got to.
The 92 murder mask.
All right, can you see that better now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 92. Okay, this is interesting.
How the fuck does that make sense?
Because the timeline was ambiguous in Rob's movies, right? So is he trying to say that it was 1992 when little Michael took the mask from the boyfriend?
Right. I thought that was supposed to be 1978, and it was 1994 in the jump forward.
Because the kids, I think he was trying to make the time, weird.
Yeah, because in part 2, they do have cell phones, don't they? In 2009's Halloween 2, they're using cell phones, right?
You know what?
I think they are, and they weren't in the first one. So there's sort of a weird Texas Chainsaw 3D thing going on with this. Son of a bitch. This just sprouted about 15 Just a Thought videos.
Where are you at with this? I mean, which one do you think has a better display or promo photo? And which one?
I've never been a fan of the white mask, to be honest, from the Rob Zombie film, but I love the rotted mask on the right when he first digs it out of the floorboard. So that to me, that looks good right there, that as a display piece. But again, these are not going to look this good off the shelf. These are the initial protos. These are painted with a lot of, TLC, probably by Mabry himself. I really doubt they're going to look that good. But again, with a simple paint up, they will look that good. That's what's so good is the sculpts are fantastic. I mean, look at that shit. But the white mask itself just looks kind of wonky to me without the scarring. You know what I mean? Like, look at that thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little derpy.
Well, my thing is, I think that we're probably going to see these at a Party City this year because you know how they've been doing that.
Yeah.
I wonder which one they would put. I think they're going to put out the clean mask, and you'll see less of the scarred one.
Mm-hmm. I hope they're not, because I think last year weren't the Halloween Ends masks like $80 off the shelf? Like they were expensive last year for the Halloween Ends masks.
You know what? I think you're right.
Where Kills was like 50, 60 the year before.
Trick or Treat raised their prices. It wasn't a Party City thing. That was our what is it called? MSRP.
Yeah,
that's what Trick or Treat was charging.
No, you're right because Spirit had the same problem. They were $80 at Spirit too, I think.
Like what the hell's going on with that, man? Like their masks used to be like $50, $60 tops.
Yeah. Some of them still are, but the Halloween Ends mask was a bit bigger in size. Maybe that's why.
Dude, did you see that NECA Halloween 2 mask at Walmart?
I haven't seen it in the flesh yet, but I've seen photos of people getting it.
Dude, I need it. I think the box alone is so freaking cool.
Yeah, they had a cool they had that Pretty Lady chainsaw mask a couple months ago too.
Pissed off.
I never got it. I heard it was bad
eBay.
though.
No, it looked pretty good. Dude, Pizzal did a review on it.
Did he?
Dude, I thought it looked really good. But I'm not paying eBay prices for it.
Yeah, for the price point, NECA does some pretty cool stuff sometimes. Like their those resin hockey masks they did, especially for like a New Beginning, they weren't bad. You couldn't drop them because they would fucking shatter, but they looked pretty good for the price point, for the $40 price point.
Yeah. All right, here we go, Brandon. Thank you so much, Cody Lopke, dude who loves movies, $5 super chat. He joined us on the VHS. The VHS episode we just did. Grab that net and catch those buttered milk duds. It's Planet Dirty Live. All right, Brandon, which clip do you want?
Surprise me.
I'm gonna go with which one I think is the best one.
All right, and then I need
make it with just the kernels. Add your salt in there after it's finished, and instead of shaking it up with that popcorn butter oil stuff you're talking about, use some grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil and salt, it'll change your life. I swear to Christ.
I'm just going to start making videos like that and releasing them out of nowhere, like 3 a.m. with no context.
Dude, that little pause where the noise gate hits before you say grapeseed oil for the second time, that's where the comedy's at.
You have to let me know when I'm being that intense. You have to let me know.
No, I can't, because if I stop you, I can't make beautiful. Dude, I love it now.
Hey, can you I'll leave you alone after this. Can you pull that back up, that page, or did you already X out of it?
No, I got it.
I want to see the H2 variants real quick. I want to see how good that that white satin nightmare sequence version looks.
All right, let me get my boy in. Ken is joining us. Mid-level Media.
There he is.
Big money, Ken. How are you, brother?
Ken?
Hey, what's up, man? Sorry, my sound wasn't working. I had to fix it real quick.
You good?
I'm good. How are you all doing?
Ken.
Good.
Welcome to the show, dude. So, Ken, right now we are kind of
live on Planet Dirty, man.
Planet Dirty. We're kind of eyeing up these Trick or Treat Studios masks.
Yeah, I saw y'all looking at the haunted mask ones.
Yeah, we were looking at the Rob Zombie ones, and let me see something. So that's the part 1, but let me see if it's gonna let me do this, Brandon. Hold on. Here we go. I gotta slide it down. So look at that. They're doing. Now I can already see some people saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna pay," and I agree. I'm not gonna pay $69.95 for a mask that's missing 40% of it.
And that should look dirtier too. That should be almost brown colored because it was brown in the movie. You know what I mean? When it was ripped up like that.
I feel like the I don't know about you guys. I feel like the sensible thing to do here, if you're a fan of either of these movies, or if you're a person that collects Myers masks and you want one and you're not going to want to spend all the money, the right thing to do is to get the scarred Rob Zombie 2007 mask. Because if you look at this one for Halloween 2, it's exactly the same. It's just missing part of the mask right there. And I'm talking about the one on the left. I'm not talking about the one on the right. The one on the left, you know, it's no different. It's just missing some of the latex.
Yeah.
So those are both from Halloween 2, and they cost the same amount.
Yeah. So, like, if you get the one on the right, you could pay MSRP, which is going to be the same for all four.
I wonder if it will be cheaper. It might be cheaper because those rips and stuff, they're sculpted in. They're not just cut out. Because if you just cut them out yourself, that's going to rip really easily.
Yeah.
So they should be sculpted in. If they're just cut out, like, and that's what they're doing, that's going to be really disappointing.
Surprised they're not charging more for doing a little extra work.
Mm.
You know, that's a good
question.
I'm
curious about the price points on these.
And they don't.
I bet you they're $80 out the gate, man.
Like, look, if you're gonna get one, get the scarred Rob Zombie Halloween 1.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a fan, like, even if, because obviously there are people that prefer Rob's second movie and they don't like the first one, but still, if you get part 2 just to, oh, well, I like part 2, I'm gonna get part 2. It's the same thing. It's just got some parts of the mask missing.
I bet you those are $100. The part 2 ones. Like, look, they're so complicated looking.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be an expensive year. That white mask looks so fucking derpy. Is it just me?
Either.
Look how derpy that looks. at least in that shot. Looks like his name is like Kevin or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly, there's probably. I mean, look, I don't really like ordering masks anymore online, and when I do, I get one maybe once a year. And nowadays, I get bougie stuff. Right? I get my Fear of the Dark Studios Jason Goes to Hell made out of West African clay, like I get that really bougie stuff, but I don't know. But like I got last year, I think Ken, you did too. I got a Trick or Treat Studios mask from Party City. Cause like when it's there, it's kind of hard to not grab it.
Yeah. My wife grabbed me the Witch Halloween 3 one.
That's what I got.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wish they had the glow in the dark ones though. I thought that was it.
I went back to try to get the other 2, but they were all gone.
So they sold out.
Yeah.
Dude, isn't that crazy? Could you imagine 10 years ago saying to yourself, like, hey, like that Halloween 3 movie, it's going to be like merchandise city for that movie in 10 years.
It's blown up.
Yeah. And before that, I got the Halloween Kills one the year before that all y'all were saying had the brown mustard on the side. I got that one. And before that, like, I'm not a mask person. I don't collect masks and stuff, but I had a really good Halloween mask from the original movie, like when I was a teenager, and I kept that all through adulthood. And one of my moves, I had it like packed up and it like melted from the heat where I kept it stored. So I had to throw that one away.
Damn it. We got a $2 super chat right here from good old Cody, dude who loves movies. $2 super chat. Oh man, we got mid-level dirty in the house. You know what that means, Brandon?
Oh no.
Listen to me. The next time you're at the theater, buy a box of milk duds or sneak them in, then go to the hot butter and drizzle it all into the box of milk duds. It is the best thing you'll ever have in your life.
Ken, you don't know what you've walked into here, man.
I got to be honest. The first time you were describing that, I was like, "Oh, he just puts milk duds in his popcorn. That's not that bad. I've done that before." But
That's
then you
delicious
explained
too.
the process of filling the milk dud container up with butter. I don't think I could do that.
It's fucking fantastic. It really is, though. It's fantastic.
Dude, he does it, though.
Yeah.
I implore you to try it just once. Try it just once.
Do you have any weird snacks, Ken? Like, what is your go-to at the movie theater? You just look like a standard popcorn guy to me.
Exactly.
Maybe
I'm a
an
standard
icy.
popcorn. Like I said, every now and then I'll get like a candy, like a milk dud or something, and I'll pour it in the popcorn or Reese's Pieces or something like that. I was diehard Sour Patch Kids for a long time. Like I would only get Sour Patch Kids at the movie theater and maybe like an icy or something.
Dude.
But when we went and saw Scream 6, I got an IPA, and I like getting an IPA every now and then when I see a movie.
Well,
Just like calms me down.
what kind of
It kind of
theater?
relaxes me.
What kind of theater is that?
It was a Cinemark. Most of them will have some kind of bar over there.
Doesn't Mark Cuban own those, the Cinemarks?
I'm not sure.
He owns some kind of theater chain because he talked about it on Shark Tank. I love that show.
Yeah.
But no, dude, I really wish our town had a good theater. The idea of getting beer and stuff sounds so fun. And
well, the only bad part is I had to piss like halfway through the movie as soon as I start drinking it, and I missed the whole like ladder part of Scream 6, which my wife was like, "Dude, all the best stuff happened when you walked out."
Laugh my ass off, loving that clip. CHH, keep it near at all times. So Ken, did you were you a fan of Scream 6? I mean, I kind of know, but just for the audience, I'd like to hear your 2 cents on it. Are you a Scream guy? You don't strike me as a Scream guy, though.
No, I mean, I like the first 3. Those are the best to me, just because they remind me of my childhood, and they're just super nostalgic. I like that the 4th one's okay. The 5th one's okay, and this new one is okay.
Yeah.
I think they're all probably around about the same level for me.
What is your biggest guilty pleasure, or some of your biggest guilty pleasure movies? It don't have to be horror, but if that's what you think of, that's cool. Like, what are some movies you're like, you know what, I can't.
I don't ever feel guilty watching anything, to be honest.
Well, I respect that.
I always have a tough time answering that question.
Yeah.
If you want to ask me, like, what are just some bad movies that I like objectively bad movies, if that's even a thing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you said you like Ticks.
I love
right?
Suburban Commando with Hulk Hogan. That would have been a VSU edition to announce last night. A fucking Showgirls.
I mean, dude, what's up with that? That's like a weird title, even for Vinegar Syndrome. I feel like
I watched that movie when I was 11 for the first time. My sister and her friends loved the movie. They would watch it all the time. My sister's like 6 or 7 years older than me, and they'd be watching Showgirls, like laughing their ass off, and I'd watch it with them. So that would be a weird one to revisit for me, because I probably haven't seen it in 25 years.
The legend,
I do remember parts of it very vividly.
Well, I bet you do. Like, the legend was that the Saved by the Bell broad, she got it hurt her career to doing that movie.
Well, what did she do after it?
I guess that's a good, yeah.
I don't remember it anything.
I love Kyle MacLachlan, and that's the only reason last night. It's funny because I bugged Brandon. I could tell he was right about to go to bed.
I seen you were pissed about that.
I messaged Brandon. I was like, dude, get ready. Killer Clowns, dude. It's coming. Killer Clowns is coming. Yeah. And Brandon's like, oh, shit.
Y'all got me hyped for that.
Dude.
I was like, everybody was like, Seed of Chucky, Killer Clowns. I was like, Seed of Chucky, what the hell? Wouldn't Scream Factory do those? I don't get how Vinegar Syndrome would take those, but I don't know.
So those banners, those weird banners that they were, like, I say weird banners, those little banner things they're posting. A couple people said, Christian, look at the banner. That's red hair in the bottom, and it's sperm. Little white sperm.
Yeah.
That turns into Seed of Chucky. And I even kind of started believing it. Like, some of my friends were hyping me up about it.
Well, they could have done something like the Scanner Cop double pack with Bride and Seed.
That's a great release too.
That could have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it wasn't gonna I think the VSU line, when it started, they said, like, specifically it wasn't gonna be no horror titles in that line.
What does VSU stand for?
Vinegar Syndrome Ultra. So it's supposed to be like 4Ks, guaranteed 4Ks, but they're supposed to be like titles that aren't like usual for Vinegar Syndrome to release. Like, kind of out of the wheelhouse of Vinegar Syndrome. Still kind of fitting in, but not really fitting in. So not horror and porn.
Yeah, and some people were saying, like, oh, well, Christian, like, hey, there's still 2 mystery titles, but I gotta believe that those are gonna be Super 8 films, if anything, like just garbage trash.
Yeah, there might be one good one in there.
How many titles because I think, Brandon, you're a pretty light guy on Vinegar Syndrome, right? You don't have a whole lot from them. You've got some Roadhouse, right? Was that your first Vinegar Syndrome title?
I think so. I only have a few. Like, I'm just now getting into Vinegar Syndrome. I got the Roadhouse release, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 release. I got Slaughterhouse. I think maybe one or two other things, but
You got the Suckling?
no, unfortunately, no.
That's a terrible movie, but I love
It might just be those three. I think I just have those three, actually.
Okay, have you seen have you heard of the Suckling or seen the Suckling?
I think I've heard you all talk about it before, but I haven't seen it.
It's an abortion gone wrong that gets flushed down a drain and turns into a giant monster.
That sounds awesome.
It's great. It's great. I tell you, one of the best titles I think Vinegar Syndrome ever put out. Do you guys know about the movie Fade to Black? Remember that movie?
I have that. I haven't watched it yet, though.
It's a good movie. Like, it's a good
somebody
movie.
sent that to me and said you need to watch this.
Oh, you'll love it. You know what it reminds, without spoiling anything, it's like the Diary of a Madman kind of movie, like that Joker movie was, the Joaquin one. It's like that. Except this guy's like really into movies. So everything he does crazy, like he puts a movie spin on it. And Irwin Yablon's the Halloween director. Or not the Halloween director, the Halloween producer. That guy, he produced Fade to Black. So there's some Halloween movie Easter eggs in there, because he had the rights to that movie. So you'll see some cool stuff. That was a good movie, dude. That movie kicked my ass. So good. And it's got
I've heard nothing but great things about it.
Yeah, I know you've seen it, the one from the 90s. Eddie Spaghetti is the star of it.
The grown up or the kid?
The grown
Oh yeah,
you're right.
Grown up, yeah.
The grown up version is the star of it.
Yeah.
So
I feel like he was in something else I watched recently, and I picked him out. Is he in something else?
I know. I've seen him in a couple
titles.
Yeah. Probably so.
In the past couple of years.
Yeah.
But no, what I wish they would do with that VSU line is, when they did Sidekicks, like that was a movie I loved when I was a kid. I wish they would go full on to those type of movies, like do Three Ninjas, Surf Ninjas, Suburban Commando, Step Monster, just that kind of stuff would be what I would prefer them to stay on track with.
Yeah, that's
throw in some action titles here and there. Like I know y'all want Bloodsport
on
4K. That would be cool too, because that's outside of the horror genre, but still kind of fits in with what Vinegar Syndrome's doing.
Yeah. We were talking about I'm so fascinated by the Texas Chainsaw 2 deal. And I have to imagine Scream Factory like just hedge their bets to let that go. Like, how could they let Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2? There's no way that happens without them allowing that to happen. You know what I mean? In the position they were in.
It's weird. And you're seeing that with Vinegar Syndrome taking Scream Factory titles like left and right now. You're seeing the same thing happen with, I know y'all probably don't follow Criterion as much, but Kino Lorber's like picking Criterion to the bone. Like they're taking all their titles, putting them on 4K. Yeah, Silence of the Lambs. And I mean they got a Scream Factory title too. They got a Misery.
They did get Misery.
Put out on 4K.
They're a good label, right? Because
Night of the Hunter's getting ready to come out. I don't know if you guys seen Night of the Hunter. It's a 50s movie. That movie is fucking awesome.
Night of the Hunter is
really
good.
Awesome, and that's getting ready to come out on 4K from Kino Lorber.
Got a $5 super chat from Chris Cullen. What's up, Chris? Chris loves Unita candles. He's always getting them. Almost picked up the Suckling, but may pick up Fade to Black instead since you like it so much. Oh, believe me, Fade to Black is a much better movie. All right, Brandon, you ready?
I am ready.
Make it with just the kernels, add your salt in there after it's finished, and instead of shaking it up with that popcorn butter oil stuff you're talking about, use some grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil and salt, it'll change your life. I swear to Christ.
Okay, now break this down for Ken about this grapeseed oil thing. I've never heard of this.
I love the close-up shot.
Just grapeseed oil and salt. After you make your popcorn, just shake it up.
What is grapeseed oil?
It's like an alternative to butter or regular oil. You can buy it in the store. Grapeseed oil.
Is it healthier?
You're saying grape?
Grapeseed oil. I'm not sure if it's healthier, but it has a damn good flavor.
Does it taste like a grape?
No, it kind of has no taste until you would apply it to food, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so I guess it's sort of for like lactose intolerant stuff.
Oh my god, we gotta mic up Shanna, dude.
We do. It's like I'm at a loss here. It's like, what is grapeseed oil exactly? But seriously, it is damn good. It tastes better than like regular hot butter and stuff. Like grapeseed oil and salt, it's so good. It'll change your life.
Yeah, I'll be willing to try it.
Yeah.
I never picked up Mad Men on 4K, Hakeem, because some of the movies out of focus. I love it though, but I just figured I'll hold off on that. I don't know. Ken, what kind of 4Ks have you gotten though? I'm sure you've got. What ones have you gotten that have just really kicked your ass? Like, oh my god, these are amazing.
Well, I don't have it over here with me, but I watched Dragon Slayer last night.
Oh, and I'm grabbing that tomorrow.
That was honestly amazing. That might be the best 4K release of the year. And the sound, like it has Dolby Atmos.
And
I was like, why does this movie from 1981 need Dolby Atmos? But like the dragon, the way he sounds like walking and coming out of the cave and roaring and spitting fire, like that's one of the best like audio-wise 4Ks that I've watched. Like it was incredible. It was like shaking my entire basement when that dragon started walking out. I was blown away.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
But yeah, that was a great one for sure. Recently, I don't know. Are you talking about all time or just recently?
No, just recently. And really quick, while I'm thinking of it, did you get Dawn of the Dead on 4K?
Yeah, that was excellent. Excellent.
Really?
I would put that in the top 3 4Ks of the year that I've seen.
Yeah.
No shit. I saw that at Best Buy today. I didn't pick it up though.
How much was it?
It looked amazing. It blew
it was like $26, I think. I think
blew the Blu-ray out of the water.
Yeah, I saw that there was no features on it, so I didn't pick it up.
Yeah, well, the Blu-ray looks like
no
crap.
new special. And that's another thing with that Dragon Slayer. It has like 5 or 6 brand new special features. It's got a new audio commentary with Guillermo del Toro on it as well. So it's like a boutique level release from Paramount. And it's only $20 on 4K. Nice. So I mean it's cheap too. But yeah, I would recommend anybody get that Dragon Slayer. But yeah, no, Dawn of the Dead was solid, but no, they just ported over all the same special features.
So Ken, buy yourself one of these from the store. They're like $5. Put your kernels in here. Put it in the microwave. Pop it. Grapeseed oil. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. You put it in there before you pop it?
After you pop it, put it in there and then shake it around in this thing and then serve it. Christian, are you taking notes here?
Well, it's on video, so I've got it documented. This is all
healthier? Is it better for you?
I have no idea. Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Nothing I eat is healthier. So
you ever try the grapeseed oil with the milk duds?
I haven't. No, that's a good idea though. Just fucking A.
But yeah, so Dawn of the Dead, like I wanted it, but every time I'd go to Best Buy, it was $34. And I'm just like, God damn, that's pushing it.
Well, you hit it probably during that time when Best Buy was overcharging like a mother.
What happened with that?
I don't know. Their prices have been wonky like all year. I'll go in there and see a random Blu-ray for like $35, and it'll say that to get it for $20, you have to have the Total Tech membership. So there for a couple of weeks, like they were pushing that Total Tech membership, which is like $50 a year or something. It might be $100 a year. But Black Adam and like a bunch of their 4Ks, I think Halloween Ends, they were all like $45, $50. And
what's the perks of this membership? Why are they trying to push that?
They bring the price back down to where it was, the normal price that Amazon has.
What's the perk? But do you know?
No, other than it's just I think it's free shipping too if you like pre-order stuff, and there might be a couple other perks. I didn't look too much into it, but you could still price match off Amazon when you went in there. But they were doing crazy stuff, and they've mostly done away with that. But there's still a couple Blu-rays or 4Ks you'll see in there at like wonky prices.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping.
But if you ever go in there, like, and you see a 4K for $35, check Amazon. You can price match anything. And Best Buy to Amazon.
I got to do that. I think I've done it before, but there was one time they didn't do it, and I was freaking out, and I didn't realize. I didn't freak out, but like internally, I was like, "What the fuck?" Everybody tells me I can do this. Come to find out, it has to be Amazon warehouse or whatever. Like it has to be.
It has to be shipped and sold from Amazon themselves.
Yeah. See, I thought I was getting lucky.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, but
like you might have found like a seller on there that sold it for like 25, but if it's not like from Amazon, they won't let you do it.
Do you know if Target does that too? Or
I've heard that I've never done it successfully at Target or Walmart, but I've heard that one of those two do it. And I don't know which one it is. I think it might be Target. I think it might be Target.
I'll be damned. Well, I'm glad to hear that the Dawn of the Dead remake's good, because that was a title I kept telling myself, Christian, you know you want that. You know you love that movie. So
it's a great movie.
Yeah. What else have you can you talk about that you've enjoyed on 4K lately?
Well, I just watched Red Eye this week on 4K, and I put up my review for that today. Wes Craven's Red Eye.
That's yeah, I like that movie.
I hadn't seen that movie since the theater, like back in 2005, and I didn't remember liking it that much. But it's a really solid thriller.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I remember liking the movie when I saw it. We rented it from Blockbuster back in the day, and I remember liking the movie. But once they got off the plane, I was kind of checked out. But
once they get off the plane, it feels like Scream.
Right.
Almost with like Cillian Murphy's ghost face, and he's chasing Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, it's.
I was like, oh, here's where Wes Craven comes in.
Yeah, it's really frantic once they get off the plane. Yeah. Sydney loves that movie. She'll tell you that's like in her top 5 or 6 Wes Craven movies. It's crazy. She loves it.
It's solid. I remember not liking it at all when I thought it was supposed to be a horror movie, because in the trailer, like Cillian Murphy's eyes glow red, and they like zoom in on him, and I thought it was gonna be like some kind of like vampire zombie movie, like in a plane or something. And it was not that at all.
Remind me,
disappointed.
Who put out Red Eye? Who was that?
That was a Paramount Presents release.
Paramount, yeah, Paramount.
So that's Paramount's like Criterion line, basically. Like they're trying to make their own boutique line with the Paramount Presents titles.
Yeah, they did The Haunting on Blu-ray a while back. I remember that was one of those. That was the first time I ever heard of this Paramount line, Paramount whatever. So I'll be damned.
Yeah, it's cool. They started off doing Blu-rays, and now they're just doing mostly 4Ks now.
The three of you need to collaborate on another tier list. The tier list of the Myers Mask was a blast. Maybe Cronenberg flicks. Dude, all day. Yeah, we got to do another one of those.
We got to do that Schwarzenegger one.
We do.
I know Garrett was wanting to do that for a while.
Well, I want to do another, because Ken did one of the tier lists on the podcast. Then Brandon, you did a couple of them, but neither of you guys were. You guys weren't on one together, which would be fun.
Yeah, we were on the Mask one together.
Yeah, we were on the first one together.
Were
the Myers Mask
really?
one.
Who was I thinking?
Because I did the Stallone tier ranking with you and Garrett, I think the night before on my channel, and then you invited me the next night to do the Myers Mask one. But you didn't tell me it was the Myers Mask one. I just came on, and you're like, "Here's what we're doing."
Oh yeah, I remember. I thought it was going to be on an island.
Was there.
Yeah, I remember. I thought I was going to be on an island saying that Halloween 4's mask was legendary, but no, you said the same thing.
I love it.
Everybody loves that mask. I think they're just lying to themselves that they don't.
Yeah, I like the Halloween 5 mask.
Oh yeah,
dude, me too.
The only one I hate is Resurrection.
Yeah, that mask fucking sucks.
Well, I can't unsee Busta Rhymes' face in it.
It looks just like him.
I can't believe The Haunting 1999 is coming in 4K. I hate that movie. I tell you what, that movie scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
That movie
it wouldn't now, but
got a good cast.
Yeah. Let me show you what's in my Amazon cart right now. Let me show you guys how silly I am. See if Ken's getting any of these, or Brandon. Dead Silence 4K. It's James Wan.
I need to pre-order that, but yeah, I'm getting it.
You know what pisses me off really bad about Scream Factory? Why can't they do this? Why can't they say you can get this package you can get the original artwork with the poster of the original poster. Boom, and that's a set. Or you can pay $6 extra and get the newly commissioned slipcover with the poster of that newly commissioned art separate. So you get 2 separate packages.
Yeah.
Why can't they do that? Because it's literally crazy that they're making people buy multiple slipcovers. Like, what are you going to do with that extra slipcover?
I'm not messing with any of that crap anymore.
I can't.
I order all Scream Factory from ever since Evil Dead 2013, and they send it to me. It was all jacked up and mangled, and one 4K disc and no special features. And I pay I'm like, why did I pay $42?
I never grabbed it because of you. Well, I take that back. Why? I ordered that movie and it never showed up, and I got my refund. And then because of what I watched your review and just talking to you, I didn't grab it on 4K.
It's not that it looked bad or anything. It was just, it looked okay, but it was just like everything else compounded together. Just led to probably my worst experience with any movie last year.
Right.
Was that. So ever since then, I'm like, I don't need to pre-order this stuff. Literally, I mean, the only like real perk to me is I get it like a week or so early.
Yeah, I mean, and once you're in the game on YouTube long enough, being first doesn't really matter anymore, you know?
Yeah, I don't
So
care.
it's like you don't
get
have
the
to.
stuff when I get to
it. So Brandon, Dead Silence fan, James Wan.
Yeah, I love that movie. I think it's one of his best films.
Yeah, and it's somewhat of like a cool little random movie from him too now, because he does it's no sequels. That's coming Tuesday for me.
I'm excited to rewatch it because that's another one I have not seen. I remember renting it when it came out.
So it's weird to me because I love that. Dead Silence was awesome, but I still can't figure out. So Mary Shaw, is she actually puppeteering all of the dummies from beyond the grave, or are they actually sentient in parts of the movies? I still can't figure that out for sure or not.
I can't remember hardly anything about that movie.
That's why I'm ready to rewatch it.
There's a scene where she's like arguing with a dummy, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, are the dummies haunted themselves or not?
I was so excited to watch it because of how big of a Goosebumps fan I was when I was a kid. I was like, this reminds me of Slappy, Night of the Living Dummy.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, only like a more mature, scary version. And I remember being a little let down by the movie when I saw it. So I'm excited to rewatch it, see if my opinion changes.
Besides Saw, I feel like Dead Silence is probably Wan's best film. Maybe Death Sentence.
Dude,
maybe
Death Sentence is awesome.
It is. It's fantastic.
What about Aquaman?
You know what? That trench scene in Aquaman is top tier.
I like Aquaman.
Have you seen it? I haven't seen it yet.
That's one of the very few superhero movies I've watched.
Yeah.
But that trench scene when all the monsters are like swarming all over the boat, like that's an incredible sequence.
He did Furious 7, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's so random.
The one with
I
Paul
wouldn't
Walker
doubt it.
died.
And I was gonna say I wouldn't doubt if his Fast and Furious movie is one of the better ones.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of the ones after 5.
Yeah.
I've seen up to 7 and that's it.
I'm a little bummed about this release, but I'm such a big fan. I just truly can't help myself. Exorcist 3, that says it's going to be here Thursday for me.
Yeah.
Is that 4K?
Yes.
No shit. I need to get that fucking movie now.
Yes. 4K. It's coming.
Nice.
All I have is the Arrow Blu-ray.
That's great artwork on that with the scissor.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that one in 4K too.
Dude, I'm such a fan of that. I'm such a. It's such a.
It is crazy
movie.
though, and I know it's just matter who gets the rights and stuff and releases what first, but it's just crazy that Exorcist 3 gets one in 4K before Exorcist.
Nick's in the chat. What's up, Nick?
God, I can't get out of focus.
Warner Brothers is waiting until probably September to release it.
Right,
but
right.
It's coming this year. They already said it was.
Hey, are they going to re-release Arachnophobia soon? Because Best Buy had Arachnophobia on Blu-ray for $5 today, and I didn't buy it.
I got it like a few months ago when they had it on for $5, but I don't know who put that one out. I don't even know who put it out.
I'm not sure. It looked like a bare bones release, but I'm like, does this mean like a new version's coming? Is that why it's so cheap, or has it just been out for a long time?
I've never seen it. There's a lot of ones that they marked down recently to like $5, so I'm not sure.
This is crazy to me that Dave hasn't seen Exorcist 3. Jesus Christ, dude. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. That's fucking crazy.
that jump scare in that movie, and you know the infamous one I'm talking about, it still startles me to this day.
Dude,
Like I know it's coming. It is so bone chilling.
The movie presents itself in such this classy way that says this movie is going to scare you psychologically. We're so above jump scares. That's child's play. No pun intended, but that's kiddie stuff.
Yeah.
But so when that scene happens, dude, I thought I actually was about to get stabbed watching it. It got me so bad. I felt it. That movie, and George C. Scott got that X factor. What an actor.
Yeah.
I love George C. Scott.
Oh yeah.
I like
the scene that creeps me out is when that old lady's on the ceiling.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Like zoom in on her face up on the ceiling.
Dude, it fucks with me.
That
part 1 is still one of the
scare.
scariest movies I've ever seen, but I think I'd rather watch part 3 over 1. You know what I mean? Like part 1 is scarier, I think, overall, but part 3 I'd rather watch.
I think part 3 is a better movie.
Yeah, part 3 is insane.
I love the original, and I quite frankly, I don't really have much interest in the version you've never seen of The Exorcist. Give me the theatrical cut.
Yeah, I've seen that other version. It was way too long too. I think wasn't it like 40 minutes longer? Am I?
It wasn't. I don't think it was that long, but all that stuff was a lot of Blatty wanting to add stuff in, and that's why.
Dragged.
Yeah, give me the theatrical cut. But dude, I'm telling you, I'm a 3 guy. I'll always be a 3 guy.
3 is fantastic. I can't remember a damn thing about part 2. Not one thing.
I've never seen part 2. That's the only one I haven't seen.
You should see it just because you know it's got a really bad reputation.
The first movie, I will say, that's my favorite horror movie.
That movie is still scary to me to this day.
Classy pick, dude. Freaking Ken, do you have Shudder?
Yeah, I think I have it right now. I know we got it recently for. Me and my wife watched something on Shudder recently.
Even if you don't get the Blu-ray of this, it's called Leap of Faith. It's a conversation with William Friedkin. It's a documentary. It feels like a documentary, but what it is, it's an interview of William Friedkin presenting his journey of directing the movie, and he doesn't shy away from the shit he had to do. Literally, boom, firing off guns to get a reaction, stuff like that, and how crazy it was. It's one of the most compelling listens and watches I've seen in terms of like an interview / documentary. Shudder. It's called Leap of Faith. Yeah, and Ken, he's like 85 here. William Friedkin in the document. Now he's 87, but he was like 84, 85. He looks like a 60-year-old. He's fluid. His motions are good. He's so sound of mind. It's amazing to me. And I just pray that William Friedkin is on this earth for some time still. Because, I mean, dude, when you look at him in the interview, you just say to yourself, God damn, that guy he's a legend. Like, he is it's amazing listening.
Did you hear about the stuff that's happening with him and Kino Lorber? Like,
No.
There's definitely some drama going on there because they were supposed to do a couple of his titles. They're currently working on To Live and Die in L.A.
That is a masterpiece, dude. I fucking love that movie.
It's supposed to have been coming out for like the past 2 years. And apparently they've had so much trouble getting that restoration done with him, getting his approval on stuff. They were supposed to do Bug on 4K, the one with Ashley Judd and Michael Shannon, and they canceled it recently. And there was another one that they were going to do with him, and they canceled that one too. So they didn't come out like right out and say that it was issues with Friedkin, but people assume because they were having issues with him on To Live and Die in LA that was the reason.
Well, I'm hoping
why
it's
they
like
canceled
health
those titles. Yeah. I don't know.
You know, he's 87, you know. Dude, To Live and Die in LA, I'll never forget, Shout Factory was saying, hey, we're about to run out of stock on some stuff. You may as well order some of this stuff. And I was like, whatever. But then I saw To Live and Die in LA, and I was like, William Friedkin? Oh, hell yeah. And that's a 90s movie, I think. It's either an 80s or 90s movie. Early 90s maybe, but it's good.
I found that at a Dollar General for like $4 a couple years ago.
Yeah. But I see Dave saying Cruisin'. Have you guys seen that? Jesus,
I got it. I bought it in one of the sales. I haven't watched it yet though.
What have you been told about it?
I love Al Pacino though. Like everything that he's in, he might be the best actor of all time. I need to check it out.
I honestly wouldn't, because I know people that seen Cruising and they say, dude, that's his best movie. cruising is incredibly insane. It's not like chaotic or it's like it's just a I don't want to say anything about it. You have to see it. That's all I'm saying. Make it a priority soon, because I guarantee you'll have life before seeing cruising and life after. It's a life changing.
I've heard people talk about it before. Definitely need to jump on it.
I think it could be my favorite Friedkin movie. No bullshit. I mean, dude, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how crazy that movie was. And if you're queasy about stuff that involves the ass, that's all I'm saying. No, it's really good though. It's really good though. So this next movie I'm excited about. This doesn't come out till April 19th. It's called The Haunting of Julia, 4K UHD. Scream Factory.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if I'm gonna get that or not.
My buddy Lauren refuses for me to not get it. He swears to God.
You say it's good? If I hear it's good, I'll grab it.
Lauren swears to God that The Haunting of Julia is a really scary movie. It's from 1977, which is an interesting year. I love late 1970s. And it's a new title for Scream Factory, so it's not a double dip, which
I do think it's important to support the new stuff that they do.
Oh, dude. And yeah, they did Company of Wolves.
To keep doing stuff like that.
They did Company of Wolves, which I like. It's a canon film. They had Alligator.
It's getting more and more depressing with these monthly announcements, and it's like they come out from Criterion and Arrow and Scream, and it's like 75% are re-releases.
It's like deja vu.
We've already had. Some of them I do get genuinely excited to, rebuy on 4K, but
yeah, I was like that with Night of the Living Dead, man, last year. I fucking love Night of the Living Dead. And I was like,
great.
And what I love is that they didn't do those slip things. All of my stuff gets all of them like they're from Amazon. My Eraserhead, which where's the 4K of freaking that I want.
That has to be coming because they're upgrading all Lynch's stuff,
dude.
So that has to come at some point.
That's
that and Elephant Man.
Is that your favorite? Is Elephant Man your favorite?
No, I'm not. I'm not a massive Lynch fan. He hasn't gotten to me yet.
Well, have you seen? I think Brandon.
I like Blue Velvet's probably my favorite.
Have you seen?
Blue Velvet's really weird.
Have you seen Mulholland Drive, Brandon? You like Mulholland Drive, right?
I couldn't get through 30 minutes of that movie.
What was it about Mulholland Drive?
It just made me tired and I fell asleep.
Did you get to
I never returned to it.
But hey, did you get to the part of Mulholland Drive where the guy is at the cafe and he's walked? It makes no sense. The guy gets walked outside of the cafe and pointed to this corner behind the cafe, and then the old hag comes out. Did you get to that part of the movie?
I don't think so. I don't remember it.
That shit freaks me the fuck out. Brandon, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
One of these days, Ken, when you have nothing to do, put Mulholland Drive back on just so you can... Dude, that Mulholland Drive, I don't know what the fuck it's about. I have no clue what that movie is about. But that moment, Ken, is going to stay in my brain forever.
That guy from Lost Highway is pretty freaky, too.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Show. I don't know. I just... I'm sure that one day I'll enjoy something that he's done.
I'll tell you what I don't like at all is Dune. I hate his Dune movie.
I was gonna say I like his Dune movie,
dude. The remake to
me, it's so ridiculous.
But the remake for me got it.
The remake is another one I need to rewatch because that one didn't get me the first time. I've read the Dune book like back in high school.
Yeah,
and I didn't love the book, so I feel like it's just something with the source material that I just don't gravitate towards.
Maybe so. Dude, the remake, the imagery though, when they show that fat emperor dude where he's hovering.
What wasn't that? Who was that? Wasn't that one of the Skarsgårds? Wasn't that?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, it was Stellan
Skarsgård. Yeah,
I haven't seen that yet. Should I watch that? Is it good?
I've
heard nothing but good things about it, but I haven't.
I mean, Ken
I've heard that 4K sound wise is incredible.
Oh, dude,
I haven't popped in the 4K yet.
My buddy Kevin sent me the 4K of it because I had the Blu-ray. He's like, "That's bullshit. You've got to have that on 4K. That movie's made to be seen." And dude, it rocked my socks.
I watched it on HBO Max. I just worked all day, and I sat down to watch it, and I don't know. Maybe I was too tired.
This was my reaction to Dune on 4K.
It's fucking fantastic. Did that movie come exclusively to HBO Max or was it theatrical? I don't recall.
It was back in that era, 2021, where HBO released everything theatrically and HBO Max simultaneously.
Yeah.
So it was in theaters.
But you brought up Blue Velvet. Dennis Hopper's performance is so underrated in that film, I feel like.
He's great.
Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Yeah, when he put the mustache on, there was something about that when I was a kid that always freaked me out when he's wearing the fake mustache or whatever.
He's unhinged as fuck in that movie,
That's
which is so crazy watching Dennis Hopper in True Romance, as Justin would say, where he's like the good guy who like he's in that trailer, and then Christopher Walken comes in like a pimp. Dude, True Romance.
That scene is
ass.
so.
That movie's great.
That's probably one of the best scenes I've seen.
I
that
never
movie
saw that
movie 4K.
But see, they came out on 4K, I think, from Arrow,
Did
right?
It really?
Yeah,
I
did.
Oh, really? I got the
4K. Yeah. I got the. I'm sometimes I go through this weird nebulous phase of like getting these titles on Blu-ray because I bought the region-free Blu-ray player, right? And that was a UK release, not UK region.
They released it in the UK in 2021, and then they did a US release last year.
I did not know that. I need to buy that.
Yeah,
shit.
so I got the Blu-ray, which is a 4K scan Blu-ray. God damn, it looks great. But I watched it for the first time.
To be honest, I wasn't overly impressed with the 4K True Romance.
Really?
Well, you're probably fine with the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm
4K
not.
Is so hit or miss, man.
That's why people get turned off by it.
Man, it's too damn expensive. Like $40. Come on.
Yeah, when some of these titles, but the thing is, it's like some companies they get it right. I mean, because $20 for these steelbook, like when American Psycho came out, how do you not $20? Like, how do you pass that up? And it's this awesome steelbook, and they're making the case a part of the fun with the art on it. Like, that's a great addition. Like that's cool. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, they changed the game with steelbooks for sure. Everybody's chasing after them now.
What was the news today? Tim's Movies Talk. Tim's Talk Movies said something about Mondo got the axe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too into posters like you all, but I didn't even know Funko owned Mondo. But apparently, they laid off a bunch of Mondo employees.
Funko just bought Mondo a couple of years ago, didn't they? Like they were their own thing, I thought, and then Funko bought them out.
Apparently they made a promise that they weren't going to downsize, they were going to expand, and they just announced they were laying off tons of employees today.
Jeez. Well, their stuff was so ridiculously priced anyway. I never bought anything from Mondo because their posters were like what $45 and shit.
Well, from what he was saying, that they all sell out like almost immediately. So I mean, they had to have been making some money off of it.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe it wasn't enough compared to what their output was. I don't know.
Well, here's the last few things in my my Amazon cart, which I may not keep. That House of Thousand Corpses set, it looks so cool, but the fact, I mean, it looks like a really nice set, but the fact that it's not a 4K, my head, I'm just scratching it like a son of a bitch.
Is it at least a new transfer or no?
I don't know. I mean, but look at that, Brandon. Look at that collector set.
I don't feel like it is.
And is that Steelbook or is that not Steelbook?
No, it's a chunky box.
They got both.
Oh, really?
They got a big box and Steelbook.
I don't like the Steelbook. And
besides,
I don't
like Steelbooks, period.
But dude, I got that triple pack Steelbook that it's Devil House. Man. I love it.
Wasn't that Target exclusive?
Target exclusive. Rob Zombie has a deal with Target.
I went there the day of, and they didn't have it, and it sold out online like super quick.
Ken, it's nice. I mean, it really is a gorgeous looking Steelbook.
I was chasing after it for a while because then it came back in stock, and then it wasn't in stock. It was
And then I got, of course, right there. I mean, I may take that out, but I've got the People Under the Stairs. I know you love that movie. Ken, you like People Under the Stairs?
Oh yeah. That's one I've been watching since I was a kid.
But listen,
I just bought the damn Blu-ray.
I know, but listen, tell people, I talked because look, I get so annoyed in a good way, not like I'm Mr. Cinema over here. Believe me, I'm not. Serpent and the Rainbow is.
I need to watch it.
In my opinion, it's leaps and bounds better than Shocker or People Under the Stairs.
Yes.
And it's got Bill Pullman in it, one of the Bills. It is and it's an authentic movie too. I mean, he really filmed it out in I forgot where he was. Brandon, you may remember, but like that movie, it's got like it's voodoo culture stuff.
Move that up real quick,
dude. Serpent and the Rainbow is so goddamn good. It's got a Scream Factory Blu-ray. It desperately needs a 4K. This movie would look amazing because Wes shot all this stuff real. He went overseas to film it.
He shot it. He shot it in the Dominican Republic and Haiti itself. So that's pretty crazy. Like that's insane.
When did he make that? Was that in the late 80s?
88. And it's like, Ken, look, I'm as big as a Wes Craven fan as they come, but like he had a lot of duds around that time. Deadly Friend took a path. I love it.
That was a fun movie. That was a fun movie.
BB. Like the menu screen, BB. It just over and over again.
That was amazing. When I popped that in, I was like, what the hell am I in for with this movie?
The basketball scene is legendary, though.
Yeah, it was great. But I'm not a big fan of Hills Have Eyes, and Last House on the Left. So I'm kind of, Wes Craven's kind of hit or miss for me. Probably more hit than miss, but
his highs are as high as you can get, though. I mean, when you got Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream under your
Nightmare
belt,
on Elm Street, of course, but
and
like I said, Red Eyes is solid.
Red Eyes.
Look, I'll be honest. I watched Cursed when that Blu-ray came out last year. That was a lot better than I remembered it being.
I liked Cursed.
The Ricci werewolf movie. That movie kicks ass.
The
Christina
CGI
Ricci.
sucks.
Yeah, that movie's
it looks
good.
like shit, but everything else around that's
a good
pretty
movie.
good. I mean,
the best
Jesse
part of the movie,
Eisenberg's
Ken.
in it, and
The best part of the movie.
Yeah, the werewolf. It's great. I forgot all the people that was in that movie. It's fun to go back to that era because I was in my late teens, early 20s, and it's just all those actors show up that I'm like, oh, I remember them.
Yep.
My wife and I watched a movie tonight on HBO Max just randomly, and we just watched it because of the cast. It's a movie called Gossip. Have you all seen that from 2000?
No.
It has Joshua Jackson in it.
What?
It has Joshua Jackson. God, who was in this damn movie? The guy from X-Men. I forget his name. James Marsden, Kate Hudson, Lena Headey, and Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead. That was the cast in this movie. It was an incredible cast. You're like, what the hell is this? I've never heard of it. And it's just like a little stupid thriller, kind of like a throwaway movie, like Teaching Mrs. Tingle or something.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good.
Damn.
But it's very like late 90s, early 2000s. Just when you watch it, you're just transported back to that era.
Yeah, I'll have to put that on the list. Sounds good. Good cast.
For sure.
Any other 4Ks? That's my Amazon card. Oh, and Martin. I'm getting Martin, of course, from Second Sight. That's a great George Romero film.
I broke down and pre-ordered that because everybody was talking about it. I was like, God damn it, I got to get this thing.
It's classic George Romero, man.
I got it from Diabolic. Supposedly it just shipped.
You know, it's interesting. I ordered it from Orbit. My buddy Alexis, she was like, hey, Orbit's really good about getting it out to you quick. Go ahead and use Orbit. So I did. And they gave me a shipping notice like 2 weeks ago. Like I got the notice, like the email. Hey, this is your shipping notification. Well, a few days after that, they emailed me and said, hey, we were going to ship this to you now, but Second Sight kind of upset. They don't want us to ship it out early. We have to wait closer to release date. And I'm like, I can understand that release date stuff 20, 25 years ago, right? When everything was going in stores, but why is Second Sight annoyed now? Is it because they want people to feel obligated to order straight from them instead of the boutique sites? Like, what's the difference? I don't get it.
I have no clue.
So
I only ordered from them one time. I got Drop Dead Fred last year from them, and it took them 2 or 3 months to send it to me. So I haven't ordered from them since.
Wow.
But I've heard from everybody else, like nobody's ever had anything negative to say about them. But it was just my experience wasn't great.
Yeah, most people say they really like Orbit DVD. So
yeah.
But anything else you got 4K you can mention?
So, God, what's the Vinegar Syndrome? Freeway 2 is supposedly on its way. So I've never seen Freeway 2.
I haven't seen either of those.
The first one was really good.
Fantastic.
That might be Reese Witherspoon's best performance. Like no joke. Like she's so good in that movie.
No kidding.
But yeah, I haven't seen Freeway 2, so I'm most excited about that GoldenEye documentary, if I'm being honest. In that Nintendo 64 cartridge case. Looks so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm so excited to have that.
Son of a bitch.
That's a cool little gimmick.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, did you all see Knock at the Cabin?
No, I have not.
Because I watched that tonight on Peacock. It's on Peacock right now.
Oh, really? Cool.
I'm gonna go watch it after the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
I really enjoyed it. Like quite a bit. Like if you like Signs, and that's my favorite Shyamalan movie.
Of course.
Very reminiscent of Signs. That's all I'll say. But
what about
very
Batista?
reminiscent? He's great.
So he's a good actor then.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that, but if there's any wrestler turned actor that's going to win an Oscar, I think it's Batista.
Yeah.
Ever since Blade Runner 2049, like he's only in that movie for like 5 or 10 minutes, but it's like one of the best performances of that movie. He's got some chops.
He was in Dune too. Very small part, but
he's like, the forefront of this movie, and he leads it very well. He's great.
Be a son of a bitch.
But yeah, I'm not gonna say I loved it, but I really, really liked it.
I wasn't big on his previous one, Old.
No, don't. It's not Old. It's not. Old was like Happening Shyamalan. This is more Signs. Not scary. Like he's got his kind of horror stuff, like Sixth Sense, and
it makes me think. That's cool. That kind of thing.
All the recent stuff, Glass and Split, and all that. What was it? The Visit. But yeah, this one reminded me a lot of Signs, so I enjoyed it.
Who else picked up From Beyond 4K? I need to grab that. I'm just gonna get the regular version when that hits, though.
Yeah, it should be on Amazon soon.
Yeah, I love that movie.
It looked great.
Ken, listen to me, and Brandon. I swear to God, Puppet Master 3 on 4K was.
I watched it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it looked great. Yeah.
Oh, so you got the 4K too?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, yeah. Now if you,
I don't remember how good that movie was either.
It's so good. Well, a lot of people say it's the best Puppet Master.
I hadn't seen any of the Puppet Master since I was probably 12 or 13. And I watched it. I was like, damn, this is like legitimately good.
I tell you, Ken, I was blessed where I got a screener copy of Trancers, which I love that movie.
Yeah,
that's a great Charlie Band film.
I didn't get that one. I didn't watch it.
It does not. I don't know what happened. It's almost like they accidentally used the Blu-ray scan and put it on the 4K on accident. Like it's like
it feels like that sometimes.
I bet it does. So I was devastated. So when Puppet Master 3, when I put that in and it looked good, I was like, thank you, Jesus. Because that was a great 4K and hell of a movie. Brandon, one of these days you got to get that. The Puppet Master 3 4K is great.
I need to. I love that fucking movie. 1 and 2 of the Puppet Master series do not have 4Ks, correct?
No.
Has he announced those yet, or is it just 3?
I feel like the reason they went straight to 3 is it feels like it has a bigger budget and like it's just more.
3 does seem like the most.
It was
theatrical.
It's like better set design, better settings. Yeah. It just feels like it might have more to show with a 4K.
Yeah.
So Charlie talked about he had William Lustig, the Blue Underground guy. William's helping him with all the resources of remastering his films. Charlie basically said he's putting out his movies on 4K in order of the highest echelon in terms of fan favorites. So he talked about Castle Freak coming really soon.
Right.
But he did say at the time he was prepping Puppet Master 3. He goes, we're putting out Puppet Master 3 first because people love that one. So we're going to put that one out. And I think he actually said they were looking for the negatives again for Puppet Master 1 and 2.
Is there any talk of Doll Man versus Demonic Toys
on 4K? Dude, he's doing the 8K on that one.
Hey, when the girl, you've seen it, right?
I've seen Demonic Toys. I haven't seen Doll Man versus Demonic Toys. I just got that one sent to me.
Dude, Doll Man's a good movie. That's got Jackie Earle Haley in it as the villain. In Doll Man.
Does it?
Yeah.
My only full The only full moon movies I've seen are Demonic Toys, the Puppet Master movies, the first 5, and the Subspecies movies. I
love
think.
Subspecies are such cozy, good little vampire films to me.
Yeah.
And they were filmed in Romania right after a Revolutionary War.
That new one does look good. It looks damn good.
Dude, I
won't lie.
can't
that
wait.
trailer looks pretty damn good.
He's he's actually like premiering the movie, and it's going to be at Alamo Draft Houses.
Wow. No shit.
So,
Really?
Ken, if you've got a draft house, dude, go see
I
Subspecies
don't. I wish I
5.
did.
Like that movie looks
Maybe
like it
not.
has an actual budget. It kind of that trailer blew my mind a little bit. I was like,
It
this
did
is
have a
full
budget.
moon. Holy shit.
Dude, he's been working on that since like 2019.
Yeah. It's like Full Moon, like I love Charlie Band and Full Moon, but like the films look so bad now. But when that trailer dropped, I'm like, this looks so good.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, Nicolau hired his right-hand man to be the cinematographer. Look, I have no problem admitting it. Full Moon Today is nothing like they. I'm not a fan. I'm just not. Now they're like
Ginger Dead Man.
It's all about it's all about quantity.
Yeah.
Just like making stuff. But dude, like back in the day, like those Puppet Master 3 had an $800,000 budget.
Yeah.
And that's considered tiny by those standards. But when you think about, like, dude, he ran a tight ship on those movies back then.
Yeah.
But they made it happen.
Is Puppet Master 3 still the most popular title in the entire Full Moon catalog, including Moonbeam and all that crap? Probably, right?
Based on what Charlie said, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
I told you I read his book, dude. He made like $20 million off of the VHS sales of Puppet Master. Like he spent all that money, but he made millions.
Yeah.
But he had the Paramount machine behind him, dude.
Didn't you all say that those were not in the theaters? None of them were in the theater?
Puppet Master did
all
not
straight
go to
to
theater. Yeah. But they gave you the impression they were theater movies because they had that kind of...
I would have never known. I mean, I remember renting them all from the video store, so I never saw them in the theater, but I just assumed that they were in the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3, even 4 and 5 look like they could have been theatrical productions.
Dude, the Jeff Burr movies look great on Blu-ray. Those would actually kick ass on 4K. The Jeff Burr 4 and 5.
Yeah, those are my favorite too, I think, of the series.
Those are always my favorite.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I wanted to re-rent.
Curse was the death knell as far as I'm concerned, the part 6 movie.
I didn't go past. I feel like I'm...
Keep that blissful existence, dude. Do not go past 5.
Well, there was that one time I rented the Puppet Masters with Donald Sutherland, thinking it was a...
Yeah, that was a confusing movie when that came out. I was really confused when that movie came out. I was like, what the fuck's happening here?
Ken,
I was so disappointed.
Let me show you Brandon's review of Puppet Master, The Curse of the Puppet Master.
This. So it's not good. It's really gross.
That's his review of Curse of... That's review of Curse of the Puppet.
That movie is fucking ass.
Well, are any of those movies good after 5?
I didn't like Curse. I didn't like Retro. I didn't like Legacy.
There is a great Puppet Master movie after 5, but Charlie didn't make it. There's 2 of them. There's actually 2 of them, Ken.
I'd be like, so I just bought a trunk, didn't I?
Which ones are you talking about, Christian?
No, well, look, dude. The Termination movies, the Axis movies are not bad. They're not on the quality. They don't have that X factor that the first 5 do.
Well, Littlest Reich was awesome, but that's not a Charlie Band film. Did you see that, Ken?
I got that
Littlest
one.
Reich.
That's the one that came out on 4K, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it was an HDR though.
Yet. That was
it was a 4K, but it didn't have HDR.
Really?
No.
It's like, what's the point?
That came out 2019? 2019.
It was like a budget 4K though.
Wasn't that produced by or written by S. Craig Zoller?
The
same guy did Bone Tomahawk and
dude,
yeah, I love
it. Was a sweet movie though.
Dude, let me tell you, Brandon will tell you, Puppet Master Littlest Reich is top 5.
It blew my mind a little bit. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. Like, this is what...
A little bit. Not a lot, Ken, but it did blow us.
I need to watch that. No, I saw it at Walmart for like $8, and I was like, I can't pass this up.
Dude.
On 4K. I grabbed it.
Yeah, dude. See, yeah, I'm so... It was shot in Texas, too. And Barbara Crampton's in it. You recognize...
I need
to go ahead and watch that.
The dude from Reno 911's in it.
Reno 911's in it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, dude. It's actually... I mean, it's a damn good movie.
Napoleon Dynamite's brother.
Napoleon Dynamite's brother. Charlie did say that he's got people getting ready to reboot Trancers. and it's gonna be a big cinema movie, like a big budget movie. Like he's like licensing out some of his older titles that are now cult classics to be remade. I forgot what else he said was gonna get remade. Trancers, and I think Subspecies was gonna get the Castle Freak remake is not bad, dude. I mean, it really wasn't, and that was the Bone Tomahawk guy too. Dude, I'm telling you.
The same guy made that movie, huh? He should really let Killjoy get remade with a budget.
I used to be a sucker for those RLJE Shudder exclusive titles. I would buy every one.
Yeah.
Let me see something.
That's where I found Psycho Goreman and
I don't think I've ever seen that movie. How good was that movie? Because I've heard nothing but good things about it.
It was fine. I didn't enjoy it as much as a lot of people.
The hype, it didn't live up to the hype.
Ask Christian how he feels about it. He might love
Christian, how do you feel about Psycho Goreman? Because I still have not seen that movie.
Not a big fan.
Really, because the hype was so real.
I thought dude,
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
You'll watch it once and move on with life. That's how
it was so childish, but not in a good way. But people loved it. A lot of people loved it.
Yeah, so the RLJ, this is it, Ken. Go get Castle Freak. Same people.
I didn't know the same people made the Castle Freak movie. That's why I haven't seen it yet.
Look,
shit.
Both of them say it from the producers of Bone Tomahawk. And I'll be honest with you, I think Castle Freak's the better movie. Better remake between these two.
Yeah. Is Castle Freak a straight up remake?
Dude, I fucking loved it. So yes, it's a remake, but they changed the story a little bit. And this one, have you seen the original Castle Freak, Ken?
No, I haven't.
Dude, the original.
So I'll see the original first.
Oh my god, the original Castle Freak.
I was gonna get it when I got the trunk, and that's when I bought Demonic Toys and everything. I was like, I'm gonna get Castle Freak because everybody keeps talking about this one, but they sold out of it.
Dude, so fucking good. It stars. Here you go. Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton.
Yeah,
and guess who it's directed by?
Stuart Gordon, right?
Stuart Gordon.
Yeah, I'm there.
Besides Dolls, I'll meet Brandon halfway. Castle Freak is top 3 or 4 of his best movies he ever directed. I mean, you know it's a really underrated one, Ken, but then I got a super chat I'm gonna get to. Pit and the Pendulum.
I bought that.
I had that too.
Yeah.
Lance Henriksen, who you know is
Gordon directed that one too, right?
Stuart Gordon.
Yeah.
He wanted to direct this movie. Stuart went to Charlie and said, I want to do this Edgar Allan Poe thing. It's called The Pit and the Pendulum. And Charlie owned a castle. They shot the movie at Charlie's castle that he bought. Lance Henriksen method acted as, I forgot the character's name. It's a old school name, but he was a monster on set. They were all terrified of Lance because he got into the role of he was like the guy in, like, almost like the cult leader of the whole Dominion in that era. Dude, Lance is on fire in this movie. You'll love Pit and the Pendulum. It's Stuart Gordon film. You really can't go wrong with classic Stuart Gordon. And he was a stage play director. He did live action plays, and this movie feels like that in a good way. So I'm so glad you got that. That is an underrated Full Moon title, Pit and the Pendulum. And it's a super underrated Stuart Gordon title. Nobody talks about Pit. I'm not saying it's got the legacy of Reanimator and stuff like that, but I'm saying it's a damn good movie. So
always trips me out that he wrote Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I know, too. Right? And in another world, that's a Moonbeam title. Ask Brandon.
Yeah, for sure.
And it starred Jeffrey Combs, and it had the kid from Prehysteria as a kid.
Did he do those too? Because I know those are Full Moon titles. Prehysteria movies.
I did
watch those when I was a kid.
There's 3 of those movies, right?
I just remember 2, but maybe there's 3.
Dude, it's so crazy. Reading the book that Charlie wrote, Prehysteria made them a fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, everybody and their grandma either bought.
When did those come out? Did they come out pre-94?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, post. So Charlie's whole thing was figure out what's popular and rip it off, or even try to.
Because if it was post Jurassic Park, then there's no wonder why.
It was post Jurassic Park, but like the thing that Charlie would do, admittedly, he would find out what a really big movie was that was in production, and start one himself and try to beat the movie.
Yeah.
On release. And Prehysteria was a similar situation to that. But dude, that movie made millions of dollars on VHS sales. Millions.
Because hey, didn't he do Dragon World when Dragon Heart was getting popular in the mainstream?
I don't know.
There was something called Dragon World he did.
I wouldn't be surprised. We got a $5 super chat from Chris Collin. We're going to start wrapping it up, guys. We're past the 2-hour mark here. But Chris Collin says, who remembers The Werewolf Reborn, 1998, Jeff Burr, and Good Old Charlie? Stuck on VHS, unfortunately. Yes, I think I have a bootleg of that, if memory serves. I'd have to check my Full Moon DVD shelf. I got a lot of Full Moon DVDs over there. But Brandon, do you want grapeseed oil or do you want to listen to me?
What's that? Oh, surprise me.
Listen to me. The next time you have to think of buy a box of milk duds or sneak them in, and go to the hot butter and drizzle it all into the box of milk duds. It is the best thing you'll ever have in your life.
Dude, that's gonna go viral on like World Star Hip Hop or something.
Dude, I love it so much.
Dude, by the way, so yeah, Dragon World, I looked it up. Dragon World is totally Charles Band. It came out in 94, straight to video, and from Moonbeam Entertainment. So fucking figures. What a crackhead company, man.
Oh man.
So real quick before we go, I got two things to show off, if you don't mind.
Yeah, hold on. Let me make you big.
Two things came in from Japan, and I'm gonna do unboxing videos for these.
Oh, I'm
gonna do full unboxings, but I'll give you a sneak peek. So this is the Funhouse brochure thing, I guess. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's Japanese, as you can see. It's got the main character and the three other sub characters there. It's got the main guy there. Really cool insert, black and white. It's got some stuff at the top. Oh, again, I'm gonna make a full unboxing so you can see this stuff in mass detail. But really cool stills, man. Just weird looking stuff. Like, look at that shit.
That is killer.
I want this poster by itself. That's so giallo looking.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's so amazing. And these little fuckers freaked me out in the movie.
Yeah, that's my eyes got drawn to when you open that page up.
It's such a cool little thing. And again, I paid way more than this is probably worth. But now that I have it, I'm like, this is actually pretty cool.
It is.
And look at that. Cool. Like, that's awesome. Look at Toby Hooper's fucking. That's such a weird photo.
That is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The back. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. I haven't figured that out yet.
Dude, they may have photos of stuff that wasn't even in the movie.
Yeah, but that's absolutely trippy. Absolutely trippy. I'm not sure what it is. I guess it's like a promo magazine kind of thing. But this is the second thing. Christian, you'll dig this. This is the
Oh my god, Return of the Living Dead 2.
There it is. Yeah. It's not as cool as I had hoped. And for some reason, it has the torso zombie from part 1 on the pages, but so it opens up. It has that. Again, all Japanese, or I'm assuming Japanese language, which I can't read. It's got this weird map thing, which I think we've seen a photo of this before somewhere.
Dude, that is crazy.
Zombies from part 1 and 2 on it. I need to get this translated or find a translated PDF so I can really sync up what it says, because there's a lot of words here.
Well, you can put they have apps where you put your phone over the text, like it uses the camera.
Yeah.
And it will translate on your phone.
You just gotta learn Japanese, man.
Exactly. And this is the last page.
My god, there's that shot of the zombie.
Fucker. And some other zombie here. I haven't figured out which one this is. Oh fuck, this camera's awesome. See him? He has like the sunglasses on.
Lower. Oh, I see on the other page.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the fuck that's supposed to be.
Huh. Again, dude, that could be a shot of something that wasn't really
in the back.
That is, I love that.
Again, I paid way too much for it because I didn't really understand how buy.com worked at the time. But now that I have them, it's kind of cool to have. So I'm just going to eat that money.
Dude, I'll tell you exactly how I feel about that.
It's fucking fantastic. We could use those clips forever on everything.
Oh man, what a hell of a night, Brandon. It's good to get back to work when Planet Dirty.
It was good time.
Took a little break. Ken, I'm glad you stopped by, dude. It was fun.
Yeah,
it's fun hanging out with you guys. Fortunately, I don't have to work this weekend, so I could make it happen.
How many movies do you have now, Ken? You got a lot.
I don't know. I need to count them.
No, you don't.
I need.
No, you
I'm so
don't.
bad about. I have my floor over here is covered in movies. Like I've got to build this shelf back here, so I'm hoping to start on that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I got to start on the bagging process.
What are you eating for dinner tomorrow, Ken? Like, what's for supper? What's for supper? I'm serious. At our ages,
I have
like,
no,
dude,
I
we
don't.
look
I don't
forward to
plan
dinner.
that. I don't plan that far ahead.
What? Are you
I'll
kidding
be
me?
honest. No. We might go somewhere to eat tomorrow because again I'm
Mm.
off, so we usually hang out with the family. We might
Well,
go see a movie. Go out
what's
to
your
eat.
to-go place?
I like Mexican. I like Chinese. I like. I like a good steak. So going to Texas Roadhouse is usually a pretty good time.
Do you have that self? What's the word I'm looking for?
Self-control. No.
Self-control, like to where you
Self-help.
don't like, because like, dude, your favorite Mexican restaurant is not determined by the food; it's determined by the chips and salsa. Am I right?
Dude, I could only eat chips and salsa for the rest of my life,
But dude,
and I would be fine.
How
It's
come
the only
when
thing I need.
at my favorite spot, dude, I'm within when the guy comes to set the bowl down with the chips, I'm already reaching before he sets it down.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
little self-control I have. And then by the time I say to myself, "Oh my God, I'm completely full," comes a plate with a whole cow covered in queso cheese on it. And then I'm like, "Oh my God."
And then you
I
just have to suffer through that.
And then I force myself, dude,
And then when you're done, you eat chips and salsa again.
Dude, like I get so full eating Mexican food, my ribs are piercing my skin on the side of my stomach.
Yeah. No, even if we go to just a regular place, I'm still getting chips and queso, like everywhere we go.
Can y'all confirm this?
I don't know.
Do you have a Hungry Howie's pizza, Ken?
No.
Oh,
I've never heard of that. Never heard of that.
What?
Brandon, like,
I'm very
he won't leave me
basic when
alone
it comes to
about this.
pizza. It's like Little Caesars or Domino's. Like
Hungry Howie's
we don't
will
have like a good
change your
pizza
life.
place to go to.
Yeah. Brandon loves Hungry Howie's pizza. He claims it's the best pizza joint in the United States.
As far as chain pizza joints goes, I think it's the best. It'll totally flip your lunch tray.
You know what'll
If we
happen?
have any around there.
Yeah.
Ken's gonna try it one day and he's gonna say,
So it's not good. It's really gross.
Do you all have a hometown pizza?
"No,
I've got those.
I've got
They're very
Johnny's
cheesy.
Pizza. It's our local place."
Yeah.
We have like a Bizarro's pizza.
Snappy
We have a
tomato.
Domino's pizza, Dino's, all kinds of homegrown stuff. But
Homegrown pizzas.
yeah,
It's a little pizza patch. grown.
So Ken, you got the weekend off. That's good, man.
Yeah,
a load
yeah.
off.
Take some days off.
Brandon, what do you got going on this weekend?
not much. I got to buy a new couch. Hopefully this weekend.
What did you do to your couch?
It just got old and folded, and it finally just kind of started falling apart. So I had to ditch it. Now I have a settee in here temporarily, but my back fucking hates it. So I just have to get a couch. I have to get a couch, or I'm gonna freak out.
What did you say? Old and folded?
Yeah,
I need some new couches too. I need some.
The fact that I don't
recliners
have a
for
couch in
me.
here fills me with so much indescribable rage. You have no idea.
Oh, I believe you.
I need that
Like
damn chair
this-
that Christian's sitting in back there.
This wicker settee is not working out. I'm gonna kill somebody.
Dude, this is a leather recliner, and it's
I'm
nice.
sitting in the most uncomfortable chair that has ever existed right now.
What are you sitting in, a folding chair? Or?
Right now, no, I used to have a folding chair in here. I got like a regular desk chair, but it's still super uncomfortable.
So you were doing streams in a folding chair.
At one time, I was. Yeah, no joke.
Dude, I've gotten so lazy. I do streams in this chair. I got rid of my desk in here.
Yeah.
Where's the bear? Where's the fucking bear?
Every video, Christian looks so comfortable now.
Dude,
and
I'm
so happy.
The bear's down on the ground behind me. I just set him down because it got annoying having to do this in my chair. You know, like I want to be able to do this. So
I got a couch back there, but every time I try to shoot a video in it, it sinks. I've had it for such a long time. I sink so low.
What did you do? You wore the cushions out?
Well,
Just
I
put
think
like a
I got
wood
it
panel
in
beneath the seats.
2007, so I've
Dude,
had it for
it's
at least
2007.
at
You've
least
had it
16
since the
years.
Bush administration.
I've had it since I moved into my first house in 2007. We bought a bunch of furniture, and that was one of my first couches I bought.
So
Dude, this couch was from 2002. Okay,
Good God.
it just now died a
You don't
premature
don't
death.
get rid of couches, Christian. Come on.
Where do you okay, so really quick, last thing before we go for real, because I'm so bad about this. Dude, we have there's like certain Big Lots, not all of them, but certain Big Lots have wicked ass furniture sections.
That's my
They
couch
do.
out there.
Yeah, our Big
in
Lots.
my movie room.
Do y'all shop there for furniture sometimes?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I got a couch out there.
Dude.
It's not the best though. I feel like I need another one now.
Dude, that Big Lots furniture will get you. They'll heavy, dude. I got a mattress from there, box springs from there, Serta stuff. This chair is a hand me down from Sydney's grandpa. This chair is from the 70s, but it was like a super expensive chair when it came out. It's like so nice. 80s, not 70s. This chair is so freaking comfortable. I love it.
Is it cracking or splitting anywhere? Because that's leather, right?
No, dude. It's like Italian leather.
Yeah.
It's like such a nice chair.
So you got to like wipe that shit down and stuff like once a year.
I keep it clean.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't have the flick thing on the side. I just literally lean back and I don't want to do that, but I literally lean back and recline, dude. It's self-propelled, as they say. It's so comfortable. It's the nicest chair I've ever had. So it's nice.
You look comfy, man.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Look at this. Look at this Waldo in the chat. He knows what I'm talking about. Look at this guy.
Yeah, I saw that. Hungry.
Yeah,
Howie.
props to that guy.
We had a great show tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Get some work done. Take care of some stuff, but take some time to reflect and stop and smell the roses. Because goddamn, we're already in the final of the first quarter of 2023.
It's happening again.
This year, like it sounds futuristic. 2023.
Yeah,
you know,
crazy.
Next year they're banning.
Next year will be 20 years that I graduated high school.
God
20 years. But I'm old as fuck, so.
Oh man. Anyway, listen, guys, we love y'all. Thank y'all. Have a great weekend. Planet Dirty. I'm gonna leave y'all with one more.
Make it with just the kernels, add your salt in there after it's finished, and instead of shaking it up with that popcorn butter oil stuff you're talking about, use some grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil and salt, it'll change your life. I swear to Christ.